Yes, people. We are back live. We are back live on the Sarcasm City TV YouTube for another Manchester United Arsenal show. Mandem United podcast meets the Gunner Talk from the Arsenal podcast. So please keep all your comments, all your questions, Manchester United or Arsenal related. Of course, Arsenal won technically now yesterday. If you're in the UK time zone, they won 2-1 away at Nottingham Forest to move back to second place in the Premier League table. Ineos are claiming there's going to be a cultural reset at Manchester United. So, yeah, I'll be discussing that as well. But first and foremost, whether you're watching this live right now, watching this back, big up to you for supporting each and every individual who's supporting the channel. Salute. Make sure you hit the like button on the video, though. Whether you're watching this live right now or watching this back, big up to you. Hit the like button on the video. Please make sure you share this across all of the socials you are active on as well. And that's me, Flawless, at Sarcasm City TV on Twitter and Instagram. So make sure you follow on Twitter and both platforms, retweet and like, share from the Instagram. It all helps. And on top of those two things, make sure you subscribe to the channel, Sarcasm City TV as well, and hit the notification bell. It is road to 10K. And I'm joined, of course, it's not just me. This is the United Arsenal show. So I'm joined by the regular co-host of the show. My like TJ is in the building. Yes, TJ, what are you telling me? You good?
I'm great. You know, it's like I was telling you backstage. Work has been a pain for me, like real work, real life stuff, right? Yeah. And you know what usually gives me some relief? Arsenal Football Club. Oh wait, no, I'm just kidding. They stress me out just as much because they have to make us sweat away at Nottingham Forest when we are supposed to be competing for a league. But I have to sweat out a win away after we are up. And we lean back and let them come at us and score. Bro, I am just these guys. Some people are going to get gassed up about this. Some people are going to get gassed up about this win. I'm more worried than ever before, bro. I'm not even going to lie to you. But big up, Wallace. Big up, Tony. Sorry.
And we go bring in, hey, Arsenal might have not made no new January transfer signings. Manchester United may have not made any signings, but obviously we made one last week. You know what I'm saying? So here on a permanent basis, the Don Tony is in the building. Yes, Tony, what are you telling me? You good?
Hey, I'm good, man. Hey, see everyone. Yeah, big ups. Arsenal win today. You know what? Yeah, I've criticized this win on my channel, but down here I'll be a little bit in the middle, with this one. TJ, yeah, I hear you, my brother, man. I hear you, but the city
all right,
ground,
let's just get straight to it.
City ground, it's not good hunting ground. It's not good hunting ground for us. I wouldn't be over the top with the whole, we didn't play quite well. It's not an easy place to grab points if you're Arsenal Football Club. This win, I will take it. Yeah. Shout out to you, Flawless, man. Big ups to you. Big ups to you, TJ, my brother. Po.
Big up, bro.
Guys in the chat, you're welcome too.
All right, Benson, like I say, Tony's here, TJ's here. Hey, TJ, get to it. You know what I'm saying? I had to cut you off to introduce Tony, but hey, the floor is now yours. It's all good. Nottingham Forest 1, Arsenal 2. Talk to us.
Bro, I can tend to get a little bit carried away, especially if I've been a little stressed out. And this is where I come. It's like therapy. You Flawless, Tony, the chat, you guys are like my therapist. I'm gonna get this off my chest real quick. I don't care where we're playing. I don't care if it's the Bernabeu. I don't care if it's the Emirates. I don't care if it's Town Park in FIFA. I don't care where it is. If we cannot beat opposition like Nottingham Forest in a convincing way, especially with the amount of players that they had out at AFCON, we really do need to be worried, okay? Like, I am not going to be gassing up this win in any way, shape, or form. I didn't give anybody above a 7 on my match reaction. Go and subscribe and watch if you guys haven't already. TJ Warren TV. Yeah, we told some real truths over there because, honestly, we have our man of the match arguably was probably one of our most suspect players today, Gabriel Jesus. Let's go ahead and just get into it. We have a striker that could have, if he would have honed his number 9 skills by this point, probably would have had a hat trick today. He had at least a locked on brace. No excuse for hitting the post today. No, wide look at about a third of the net. And then Gabriel Martinelli. what are we going to do about this guy? This is something something I want to ask Tony about too, because what are we going to do about Martinelli on his form? Obviously, he bagged a brace against Crystal Palace. Again, I'm not giving him too much credit for that because they were already waving the white flag at that part of the game. They were throwing everything forward and not playing the low block like Nottingham Forest did against us today. He needs something needs to happen there. I think Trossard needs to get a permanent start there, and he needs to start coming on and seeing what he can do off the bench. Bukayo Saka, I will say good things about Bukayo Saka today. It was his best game in several weeks, I would say. I don't think that it was anything mind-blowing that we would see out of Bukayo Saka, but hopefully that goal gives him a little bit of a confidence boost. Our midfield is dead and buried. RIP. Thanks for coming. We need all new representation there, in my opinion. Martin Odegaard, another ghost performance. Declan Rice putting in the work. But again, if you're not noticing Declan Rice, he's doing a great job. ESR, we gave him a shot today. I thought he was extremely underwhelming. It looks like he's behind. He went out there and he put in a lot of effort, but effort didn't really result in any goals. I think that he is, I can't say he's any better or he's any worse than Kai Havertz at this point because he's not producing. He didn't produce again, just like Kai Havertz. Our left-sided 8 is a huge gap in this formation, which is why we've been saying for so long that we need to see a change in formation. We need to see something different because what we are throwing at these teams, if they play a low block, they know we ain't scoring more than 1, maybe 2. Maybe 2 if we're lucky. I think if there's a different goaltender in there other than Matt Turner, he's doing my country wrong, by the way. He's making us look horrible out here. If there's any other flawless Tony. If there's any other goaltender in that net other than Matt Turner, we maybe score 1. Maybe that short side goal, brutal look for him. And I do not be surprised if they bring in another netminder in the next 48 hours or in the next 24 hours. Don't be surprised. And our back line, I mean, Zinchenko, I don't want to see this guy inverting. I can't wait for Urian Timber to get back. I think Zinchenko, he did get an assist today, but a majority of his passes, I would say probably 75% of his passes were awful and just into the soup, like what we like to call hope strategy. He maybe had one good through pass that was noticeable today into Martinelli to give it a shot. Otherwise, just not doing it for me. Not generating near enough in the final third if we're going to be sacrificing him in the midfield at that left back position. Man. And again, our back line looking very, very sus on that. I always forget his name. I always screw up his name. Awanji. He always scores against us.
Oh, Awani.
Awani, yeah.
Awani.
Yeah. So yeah, I'll end on this.
You know who you're talking about.
Yeah, I'll end on this and let you guys go because I feel like I'm waffling a little bit here. But our back line, bro, our back line, man, it's not looking in terms of playing the defensive side of the ball. You know, doing the job that they're put out there to do. Big up, Gabriel, header champion of the Premier League. Doing a great job on the offensive side of the ball lately. Defensively, he's looked average. Saliba has fallen off. Let's just call a spade. He on his day is one of the best center backs in the Premier League. But lately he's been a little bit sus. That goal today, he looked rough. Seated, bro. He looked really rough. And then Ben White, I didn't even know he was on the pitch. So I'm not going to comment on him. Didn't really do much, didn't really cover himself in glory. But yeah, man, I mean, I'm glad we got the win. Don't get me wrong. But again, like I said, if they had a goaltender, if they had their normal starting 11, I don't think we would have walked through it as easily as it was. And even at the end there, they were giving us a little bit of squeaky bum time. So I'm anxious to hear what Tony has to say about it. I'm anxious to see what the chat has to say about it. But man, like it's concerning. And don't forget, we have Liverpool coming, and they're on that win it for the gaffer mentality, and I am not looking forward to it. So, yeah, big up Tony, big up the chat.
Close yours, Tony, man. Thoughts on the game?
Hey, big up the chart, yeah. Big up the man, them, yeah. Big up the fellow panelists around here, TJ,
Mhm.
Flawless. Big up to
Big
you
up, man.
always, Flawless, man. Big up to the chart, yeah. Lots of respect to all of you. Eli, AA Biat, AJ Biat, Ladimus Prime, Stephanie Griffith. You know, all
Oh,
you
Prime
guys
in
are
the
the
chat.
true
Hey,
heroes.
shout out,
Yeah, I
Prime.
always take time out to always shout out you guys because you guys are what make this programs tick. Without you guys, we're nowhere. So enough respect to you
Facts.
guys and big ups and
Facts.
thanks for showing up today. Yeah, I've already heard my brother TJ. Yeah, I do share some some of his thoughts, and I also believe that he did the right thing by you know saying it as it is. But again, I'm more of like I'm really happy with taking that 3 points away from
Yeah.
Nottingham Forest, man. Brother, we haven't beaten Nottingham Forest, yeah, since 20, if I'm correct,
No,
since
99,
2016.
99 away. 99 away at their ground.
Mm, well, if you want to put it, but I think we beat them in 2016, actually, I think in the
It was in the
FA
cup.
Cup.
It was the cup, right? Yeah.
Last time we
Yeah,
won
that wasn't at their ground.
in their
That was at
ground,
the
yeah,
Emirates, but
in
go on.
2016. That
And we
was the
beat
last
them
time
this
we
season at our ground.
not in the league, not in the league, not in the league.
Oh, okay.
What you're talking about is in the league.
Oh, okay. Fair enough.
Yeah,
Fair enough.
yeah, yeah,
Continue.
yeah. So
My
the
bad.
last time Arsenal won there was in the FA Cup, actually, where we beat them. But again, yeah, the City Ground is a dreadful, dreadful place for Arsenal to even get a point. We've always been beaten when we go down there. So just seeing Arsenal get even any goals in this matchup, man, bless up. I'll take the 3 points and then I'll run away. See, flawless TJ, it's the same old story. Same gameplay, same pattern, sideways football, boring in the first half. I just slept it through. It wasn't good enough, nothing inspiring out of it. So it was just a win that we should just, take and run away. Again, I did expect the gameplay to be like this anyway. I actually thought that Nottingham Forest would come with a kind of like a better, bigger, more shout than Crystal Palace. But again, the tactics was to actually stifle any form of attack that Arsenal was going to bring to the table today. And you could see the proof was in the pudding. These guys just sat back deep, didn't even really care about the counter attacks. They just wanted to keep a low block and just stifle Arsenal's attack, which is a litmus of what teams are doing towards the season. They literally just sit at the back knowing that Arsenal's attack is missing a henchman down there to actually break these teams that keep an extreme low block. They know they don't respect our attack these days, so they just say, you know what, yeah, let's just keep a low block and attack Arsenal in the counter attack, because when you're playing against Arsenal, you will get pocket spaces, you will get lapses, you will get chances. So that's just what really happened today. But again, Nottingham Forest were very, very poor. Arsenal restricted them to 0.36 XG. Make sense in the City Ground.
They're
Arsenal got
garbage.
74%
Yeah, they are
of the
from
ball
London,
possession today to Nottingham Forest 26%. See, Flawless, let me blow your mind. 19 goal attempts for Arsenal today on the day, yeah, with Nottingham Forest with only just 9.
Just to clarify, that does not blow my mind. Well, carry on. That does not blow my mind. Just for clarification. No,
This guy, yeah.
Exactly.
I predicted you man to win the game. We'll go on.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. But again, Arsenal 16 shots on goal. Let this make sense to Nottingham for a 6. Poor side. Had nothing going on for them today at all. Arsenal should be blitzing these guys today, but no big performance. No one with that extra bit of quality to actually put these guys to sleep in the first half. But anyway, in the second half, the whole game changed. So that extra bit of quality started passing a little bit more quicker in the first 10-20 minutes. That vision from Zinchenko to just throw that ball to Gabriel Jesus, and Gabriel Jesus scoring in the near post. That's what I want my striker to do. I want him to be in the near post where those loose balls are just sitting there waiting. I need you to be there. Gabriel Jesus, welcome to the Arsenal show. That's what I want. I want my number 9 striker to be in where the danger is, to be in and about, not just linking up play and holding up play, which is what he does, normally on, in a platter. But I want you to be in the danger spot where the hit map is. So he being in the 18-yard box, getting that goal today was something good. But mind you, he also missed a sitter. What was that about, Gabriel Jesus? You should be scoring this type of goals. You should be a killer. Come on, man. At least you scored lots of goals for City. Why are you not replicating? It was a sitter, man. Should be getting those goals, man. And again, that just shows that Arsenal need a point man. It shows we need a striker. And I'm sorry, it's just one day to the end of the transfer window. And I'm sorry, guys, we don't have that striker yet. Don't get it twisted. Gabriel Jesus also gave that vision to actually just send that pass to Bukayo Saka. This is where I have my issue with what TJ said. He said Bukayo Saka had a good game. I'm sorry, man.
You don't think he had a good game?
It was dreadful, man.
All right, what would you rate him on a scale of 0 to 10? What would you give him, Tony, from today's game?
I'll just give him 6. I'll just give him 5, 6. Okay. Yeah, 5.
I don't think that's dreadful. I think I would give him. I'd give him a 7. I'd give him a 7.
Yeah, so there's not much difference in your
I'll
opinion.
give him 5, 6 stops because he didn't. When did he beat his man? I could literally count how many times he beat his man. It was being doubled up.
He hasn't run out of man all season, Tony.
TJ, I'm still in my analysis. I didn't talk when you were talking.
Go ahead.
I'm still in my analysis. Yeah.
Go ahead.
So see. He didn't really affect this game in any way. He didn't encroach deeply. He didn't beat his man. Yeah, I could literally count how many times Bukayo Saka actually progressed the ball. It was just sideways passing when you're in the 18-yard box. He didn't do quite much. He didn't affect the game the way he should, he normally used to. So that's why I'm giving him a 6 in this game. That one of the players that I did like in this game was Emile Smith-Rowe. I agree with you in a way. At least it's better than Kai Havertz starting. And again, that's a big indictment on the manager for Emile Smith-Rowe to start this game. It means that the hit is creeping in, because at every chance this season, we've seen Mikel Arteta try to bring in Kai Havertz and justify why he spent £65 million on this. I don't know what to call him, centre mid or striker. I don't know where he plays anyway. But he's tried to justify this guy, and he's not starting him in the game today. Instead, he put in Emile Smith-Rowe. Big indictment. It shows the hit is creeping up. So he had to bring in Emile Smith-Rowe. And mind you, Emile Smith-Rowe, I heard that Arsenal is pushing him to Lazio and to some other teams. He has to play the guy or sell him. So probably maybe this was a good match to have Emile Smith-Rowe. He made those runs, deep runs through the left. Actually, I didn't really see Gabriel Martinelli on the left causing much problems. I did see Emile Smith-Rowe causing more problems, and Zinchenko even connecting deeply from the left than Gabriel Martinelli actually had. I'm sorry, man. Gabriel Martinelli gave us 2 goals just 2 weeks ago, and right now producing a stinker. Like, he stank up the whole place. No chances.
Worst player on the pitch.
Goes in. It's not looking good, man. So there's something mentally wrong with Gabriel Martinelli. At least if you're putting in performances, make sure your performances are consistent with what we do know you for. Put your head to the ground, raise it up, take a look, and give a true pass. We need all these things going on. And Declan Rice, I'm sorry, TJ Warren, man. I'm starting to question Declan Rice a little bit.
Ooh,
yeah,
hold that thought.
We're gonna have a conversation about this.
Hold that thought, Tony. I'm not gonna cut you off. Just gonna do some housekeeping. Big up to everyone who's locked in. Make sure you run up the likes, people. There's over 50 people in here. Hit the like button on the video right now. How many likes are we actually on? Let me just double check this. We are currently on 22 likes, not enough people. Let's get us up to 40 likes, people. Like check 1212 and 3 more subscribers, man. Get us to 9,500. We're free short of 9,500 is rolled to. So by the time this stream ends, we need to be less than 500 away, more than halfway away from 10,000 subscribers, people. So 3 subscribers. I know there's 3 people watching who haven't hit the subscribe button, and you're clearly here enjoying the content. Make sure you subscribe to TJ's channel, Tony's channel. I'm going to add the links in the title in a second as well. TJ's channel's underneath in the description. I need to add Tony's as well. But Tony, go on. The floor is yours. You said Declan Rice. And then TJ said Declan Rice, there needs to be a conversation.
Flawless, man. See, man, I think we better chop up this Declan Rice issue. He's not really looking inspiring to me. He's a 105 million pounder, but he's not giving me the performance of a 100 million player.
Before you carry on, just one quick question before I forget, Tony.
He's not progressing the ball.
Has his form dipped, in your opinion, just quickly? Has his form dipped?
Oh yeah. He's not the same player. He's not the same player in West Ham. It's clear to see. He's not getting goals. He's not progressing the ball more faster. He slows down the transition of the ball for me. I'm just saying. And again,
when I'm talking about Arsenal. No, I'm talking about, has his form dipped in your opinion at Arsenal? Okay,
he's nowhere near the form he was at West Ham. Let's get that correctly. He's nowhere near the form.
No. Again, I'm talking about earlier on. I'm talking about his early on in his Arsenal career. I'm talking, has his form dipped from the start of the season to now, in your opinion?
Yeah. Clearly, he scored against you lots at the Emirates. He scored against Chelsea Football Club. He hasn't scored since that goal he gave us against Chelsea. He's looking a little bit drab. It doesn't progress the ball more quickly, while we're in need of midfielders that will pass the ball a little bit more quicker, move the ball a little bit more quicker, and with intent, not just passing the ball sideways. And he's at the heart of that midfield. We have to blame someone. Someone had to take the blame. And I'm sorry, he has to take the just a little bit. I know he's doing much. I know he's doing lots of defensive duties. I know there's we do need a Thomas Partey to come back and shore up a little bit in that midfield. But again, we have to say it's not inspiring. But again, where I'll hit the nail on the coffin is when Thomas Partey is back and I see more stinkers from him, then I would really say it with chest. Right now, and I'm still a little bit 50-50 with the whole thing until Thomas Partey comes back, and then let's see and explore what's going to happen. And again, oh my God, Awoniyi has the number of William Saliba. What was that? That was pure bully. You know, I hate bullies, man, but oh my God, you see, you have to herald Awoniyi for what he did. He just did you see how he tossed William Saliba, probably one of the best centre backs in the Premier League right now? He just tossed them aside. And you know what? Yeah, that's an indictment on this manager, because exactly what Awoniyi is what we're actually missing up top. Like, just spell the irony.
Just that bully up top.
Irony of the whole case. That's the kind of striker we need. Someone who will come into the football club, bamboozle defenses, push players aside, brush them to the ground, and just get a goal for us. That's exactly what Arsenal is missing. People laughed at me when I said I need a player like Awoniyi if we cannot get the big one. If we can't get the big one, let's go to Nottingham Forest and get Awoniyi in. And right now, yeah, Awoniyi has come in, bamboozled William Saliba to get that goal. It's what we're missing. We need a big-time striker. And you know what, TJ? This is my fearful one, yeah? One day, till the window slams shut, Arsenal, our football club, Flawless can stay here and laugh at us all day. But this is the reality.
I will.
Well, he's in the same boat. He's in the same boat that's going down with us.
Yeah. I'm still gonna laugh at you lot sinking while I sink. 100%. Yeah. That's just my character.
Yeah, we can wave at each other as we go under the waves.
A day to the end of the transfer window, TJ. We have no signings. No one is coming in. Anyone who thinks that Arsenal will bring in a signing must be a goofball. There's no signing coming in. The manager has just said
we're not getting anything.
Lying through his teeth, yeah, that our squad is team, while we have lichers in this football club and we have Cedric the Entertainer leeching from this football club. He's going nowhere. Besiktas can pay his salary. He's having a rich salary right now. He's not going to leave. where he's being treated like a king and plays with Win the Dog. Come on, man. He's not going to go to Turkey for that. He's here to stay because the wages see, these guys they're shocked we're paying this kind of wages. So that's why he's still there. These guys are going nowhere. So TJ, one day to the end of the transfer window, no signings. It's a big indictment on this manager.
Yeah.
And even bigger, far more bigger indictment on the football club as a whole. And this goddamn manager, anyone who's in the chat who's an Arsenal fan and you believe that bullshit about this manager going to Barcelona, I think there's cheap crack where you're staying, yeah? Cheap crack. This guy's going nowhere. He is going nowhere. This football club loves this guy. The board loves him. He just made, I'll give you the breakdown later on. He just made in the 2022-2023 season.
Yeah, Sheik have started.
He just made 500. Guys in the chat, quote me on this one. He just earned the Kronkers 550 million pounds in profit. Let that sink in.
Like that.
These guys are not letting this guy go.
So,
Mikel Arteta is going nowhere.
nowhere.
These guys haven't seen this profit in a long time. He made profits for them last season. He's going nowhere. Don't believe that bullshit.
No, I agree. No, I agree with you,
case.
Tony. But you just said there's a lot of things that you just said that we're gonna have to unpack here.
Before you do that, just hold
Go
on.
ahead,
Just
go ahead,
one
go ahead,
second,
go ahead.
just quickly, and we're gonna get to the unpacking because a lot been said. Big up to Eli for the super chat. Says switch Jesus and Nelly, but the Dunt's not doing it. Just quickly, yes or no? Is this something you lot would like to see in regards to saying
100%.
Jesus from the left, Martinelli as a 9? What are you saying,
100%.
Tony?
I'd love to see a pacey 9 in Martinelli.
Is that what you're saying, Tony? Would you like to see this, or are you against it? Just quickly, Jesus and Martinelli switching. Jesus as from the left wing and Martinelli as the 9.
Yeah, I want to see. This manager doesn't know how to switch things up. I want to see a change. Let's get a tune-up from these players. Eli is speaking fact. Change the whole scenery.
Eli, big up
These
for the
guys
super
don't
chat.
even respect our attack no more. They don't respect our attack. That's why they can just keep a low block and rest easy. Did you see? They didn't even want to attempt to do anything because they had that chest that they could actually, stifle Arsenal's attack. No respect whatsoever.
Tony, I gotta. Do we have any
TJ.
super chats? Because I gotta.
No. That was the one. The only one. Big up Eli I had to get to, so I wanted to. Hey, and you lot, obviously, you can see TJ and Tony have a lot to say. So I will start the best questions. But if you want to make sure your question gets read out, super chat people. It's the only way I can guarantee it because TJ and Tony have got so much to say. Yeah. Go on, TJ.
Big up Eli, my center back every single time. Look, Tony, I don't get where you're coming from with the Declan Rice slander, bro. I thought he played an excellent game. He's our best midfielder going away, and he's a CDM for a reason. We cannot expect him to be Superman and be playing on the defensive side of the ball while also creating in the midfield. He's not a box to box midfielder. He is a defense. He is a 6 in the true sense of the word. Yes, he has come through for us in the box, obviously against Luton Town, against Man United, against Chelsea. But those are his only 3 goals all season. We cannot be leaning on this guy to be creative in the midfield. That is not his job. We brought him in here to be a true 6 in the true sense of the word. And in my opinion, he has done that. So I'm not hearing the Declan Rice slander, and I'm probably going to get some of it in the chat, but honestly, like he's been our most consistent player all season. And you can't, and in my opinion, I think the transfer fee has been worth it thus far. We'll see. And honestly, we have invested in the future Arsenal captain. This guy will be the captain of Arsenal Football Club in the next 2 or 3 years. Mark my words. He's a consistent international, and he's consistent for our football club. The people that are asking for him to score goals and to advance the ball never watched him at West Ham. He wasn't often played in attacking positions at West Ham either. So we brought him in to do what he did there with the big boys, and he's doing that in my opinion. So to slander him, I think when he's been the most consistent guy, I think is a little, I think it's a little short-sighted in my opinion. But I do agree with you on Martinelli,
TJ,
man. I do.
TJ, wait. You won't run away with this, yeah. TJ,
Oh, no. I didn't interrupt you, Tony.
Hold up.
Tony, let him land.
TJ.
Let him land. Tony,
TJ.
let him land because he let you land. So let him land and
No,
then you can respond.
No,
Tony,
he wants to go to another topic. So I want to be on this Declan
I'm not
Rice
going
topic.
to. No, you didn't.
TJ.
He's not
TJ,
going to another
between
topic.
Thomas
Oh,
Partey.
Tony. He's not going to another topic. Let him finish and then you respond.
Okay.
Let him finish to everything and then you'll go there because then we won't get to things. So it's just like this is a great setup for debate.
So
yeah,
look,
go on, TJ.
Yeah, look. And people in the chat might disagree with me. That's fine. But let's be completely honest here. If we are going to go ahead and if we are slandering Declan Rice and we are letting Odegaard off the hook, we are letting Jorginho off the hook, we're letting ESR off the hook, we're letting Fabio Vieira off the hook, we're letting ESR off the hook, we're letting Mo El Neni, who we never see, off the hook. So we're gonna put Declan Rice in the mud compared to these midfielders. Our midfield is dead, ladies and gentlemen, and unicorns and horses.
Hey, big up the unicorns and horses.
We are, big up the unicorns every single time. I'm sorry, I'm not gonna let our best midfielder get slandered because he's doing his job and he's not doing other people's job for them. Martin Odegaard is not an Arsenal captain. I've said this before and I'll say it again. The guy is too nice. He doesn't get stuck in and he doesn't challenge the players to be better. Gabriel Jesus goes out there and he goes, oh, and he skies it over the bar. And you know what Odegaard does? Instead of saying, what the hell was that? He goes, next time. How many next times is there going to be when this guy is knock on missing sitters, skying them? I need a new window because that freaking sky went over the Atlantic Ocean and landed in my office. This guy needs to start finishing, and our captain needs to start holding our team accountable. And he needs to start being held accountable for his own performances as well, because he was mid today. Again. Ballon d'Or candidate last season. And I don't hold him completely responsible. I've said this before. I think the formation and our attacking posture this season has been absolutely dreadful, and it does not utilize the best attributes of our players. But Odegaard needs to be held responsible. Kai Havertz needs to be held responsible. ESR needs to be held responsible because, while he ran around today and he did generate, there was no output from him. So I'm sorry, guys. I'm just not going to hear the Declan Rice slander when he is playing his position and he is actually doing his job, where our creative midfielders are not doing shit. They're not. Go ahead, Tony.
TJ, number one, no one have slandered Declan Rice here. You just threw in that word to make what I said sound absurd. I said there were questions that needed to be asked about him. I'm not giving any player a pass in this team when it comes to criticism. And criticism is meant to be constructive in nature. So it's not an
Declan Rice for not being
TJ, I allowed you to talk. You're talking. I kept quiet.
Go ahead. Sorry. I'm just reminding you on what you said.
Let's have some parliamentary gentlemanism down here, man. I kept quiet when you were talking. But again, see, I'll start again. Yeah, I'll start again. See, TJ, I didn't slander Declan Rice. I only said £105 million. I think we deserve more coming from him. And the chart is also with me on this one. Maybe apart from some.
Okay, Tony, can I just ask you a quick question? Because man have asked it in the chat. What is it that Declan Rice is not doing that you want more from him from? What are those things?
Good. It's simple. He is not progressing the ball quicker. That's what I'm saying. He's not a good progressor of the ball. That's the problem. And this is the thing that contradicts everything. I saw him as someone who made those progressive moves more quicker in a West Ham team. I saw him score some certain kind of goals for that West Ham team. I saw him in the Conference League. He scored goals. He progressed the ball quicker. See, TJ, yeah, you know what, yeah? Declan Rice, you just said that Declan Rice is a 6 and we don't expect him to do what a number 8 would do. I'm sorry, man. I've seen this guy at West Ham. He was a defensive midfielder, but I've seen him do box-to-box moves most of the time in a West Ham team. So why can't he replicate that kind of form or that kind of pattern with Arsenal Football Club? I really do think he's a dynamic player. I really do think Declan Rice is a dynamic player. What's bad from asking more from a £105 million? He can do
what
more.
You're not answering the question, Tony. What more?
Let me finish. He can get goals. He can progress the ball more quicker. He can create more spaces for our attacking resources to actually get the ball moving to space. And he's out there, not taking shots when shots are to be taken, not progressing the ball quicker enough for our attacking resources to make use of the ball at the time. It's slowing us down a bit. I'm not saying he's the cause of the whole problems, but I'm just saying, we should look into this guy. And that's why I said I'm not putting the nail on the coffin. I have to see Thomas Partey back in this team so that there would be no excuse, about we're not having anyone to do the defensive duties. When Thomas Partey is back, then we would know how true that is and really see the true form of Declan Rice. And again, TJ, you said Declan Rice was our most consistent player for us this season. I'm sorry, man, that's wrong. William Saliba is our most consistent. No. You didn't say
Tony. You can make the argument that he's been more consistent.
TJ, let me talk.
Tony, you're interrupting me. I'm rebutting you. You're gonna let me talk. You can't keep doing this, Tony. You can't keep doing this. Let me talk real quick.
He said in the midfield. He did say. No, he did say. He's just saying in the midfield.
I heard it quite clearly.
He's just saying in the midfield.
Clearly. Let me finish. I heard it quite clearly.
Yeah, go on, finish. It's because you misquoted him. That's why he responded. But go on.
William Saliba is our most consistent player.
I disagree with that too.
And even you can see in the chart, he played poorly today. There's more he can do for this team. There's more. And I'll just ask you this question: Declan Rice in a 6, Thomas Partey in a 6. Who would you put in a team? A fit Partey in a 6.
I'm putting
them both.
Who progresses the ball more quicker, more efficiently?
The thing is with Rice, there's just a couple of things.
No. TJ, I asked you a question.
Oh, I see TJ.
Choose. Who do you choose?
I'm putting them both in. Double pivot.
Well, that's a question for him to answer.
Double pivot's a good idea.
I literally just
Thomas Partey is more dangerous with. He progresses the ball more quicker.
One thing I will say though
opens up more spaces when he's with the ball.
Yeah. Because you said, Tony, so you said progressing the ball, you have an issue with Rice, like him in his Arsenal shirt. In terms of going forward.
He does that slowly. He does that slowly.
Goals as well.
It's not fast enough.
To me, again, because people may disagree with this because we've watched him more at West Ham. I don't think he was excellent at West Ham at doing that. That's why it's not a surprise to me how he's moving at Arsenal. I think he's a good player. Let me just clarify this. I think Declan Rice is a good player. I think he could become a very good player at Arsenal, but I don't think he's anything special. I've said this about him. I've been criticized for this, much less now because of his recent dip in form. But if you check back again, podcasts, I was criticized, like Troops was on my case about it. The chat was on my case about it. Now they're a little bit quieter, kind of a bit like the Ten Hag Guinness, but that's a whole different conversation. I'm petty people, but we move. But yeah, with Declan Rice, he's never really been a goal scorer, a creative spark, or progressing the ball well at West Ham. They were never his, to me, they were never his attributes at West Ham. You might disagree or think differently. So understanding, so how do you think he become great? No, I don't think Declan Rice can become great. I don't think he has that ceiling. I think he can be a very good player. I think he has to, the person next to him where Arsenal are trying to go has to be better than him, is what I'm saying.
Yeah, I mean, and here's the thing: is I'm making this argument in this debate, which I really do appreciate because it's fun. Is the guy's going out there and he's being told to do a job, He's being told to be a true 6. I don't think Arteta's going out there and saying, you know what, you need to be going out there and creating offensively, getting the ball into the final third. I really don't think that he's been doing that. How many times has Declan Rice been involved in the final third? How many times? 3 times the entire season. We've played over 30 games in all competitions. He has 3 goals. 2 of them came in the box in the final second. He is not an offensive creator. He's just not. That is not his job. He goes out there, he does his job. And I would make the argument that he has been more consistent. He has been as consistent, if not more consistent, than Saliba. Because Tony, I think we can all agree that Saliba has dropped off in form in the last couple of months. Can we agree on that?
He's asking you, Tony. Do you think Saliba's form's dipped?
I'm not agreeing to that. I think he's our most consistent player. I'm sorry.
No, but can you say that his form has dipped?
I think he's our most consistent player.
Compare Saliba, October Saliba, and trust me, I rate Saliba. Don't get me wrong. I rate Saliba. I think he has the potential to be a world-class center back. Don't get me wrong. But I just think his form over the last couple of months is not the Rolls-Royce form that we expect out of him. Can you agree on that, or what's your opinion on that?
Do you think his form's been the same? I mean, do you think his form's still good, or do you think his form's
players are allowed to have a downtime. No.
Yeah, but we're labeling him as the most consistent player on Arsenal.
It would be very unfair if we judge William Saliba like that. Players are allowed to have a little bit of downtime.
Yeah, don't get mistaken.
If Saliba have a little bit of a downtime, I don't think that's bad. We're
not saying he's not, but the question TJ is asking is, has his form dipped? We're not being critical of it. He's just asking the question, do you think he has? Because yes, players. I
don't think his form has dipped.
Because
form has dipped.
You don't think?
I think he's our henchman at the back. Actually, he's the one saving us. He's the one protecting us. If Saliba goes down today, you're going to see that defense fall like a pack of cards. Yeah, that you never even knew what happened to it. It's like it's just gonna burn if that guy gets injured. We should be careful about some of the statements that we're making. William Saliba is the rock in that back. Of course, he made a mistake today. I get that. That's what I'm saying, that players are allowed to have downtimes. But come on, man. That defense will fall like a pack of
I hear that in regards to it. So, like players will have downtime. But where you lot are trying to go, you have to be consistently be on it. Yes, of course, they're not robots and players are going to fall off. But it depends how long the fall off has been, how detrimental is the fall off too, because Saliba's top quality. No one's disputing that. But when you are, because the Arsenal aim is Premier League title. And when you are chasing Premier League title and you're competing with Manchester City and you're competing with Liverpool, you have to be on it 99 times out of 100.
But flawless. I understand that you've worked with TJ for a long time, but you have to be fair to me. I asked TJ a question because he asked a question. You were enforcing it on me. Good, but enforce my question. I asked him. You didn't do that.
What question did you ask?
I asked him a question. With Thomas Partey, it fits Thomas Partey in number 6 role and compare and contrast it with Declan Rice in that same number 6 role. Who are you gonna pick? A fit Thomas Partey.
He answered that question. He said,
he didn't answer. He just glossed over it.
That question.
Who will you pick? Who's the best? Who has the quality to get us over the line?
He said, I did enforce it but I didn't have to enforce it because he answered the question, which I actually think is the sensible thing as well.
Okay, what's the answer? What's the answer?
Double pivot. Play a double pivot.
I said play a double pivot.
You play a double
pivot.
No,
that's not no. You see, that's not what I asked you. That's not what I asked you.
Forget about asking it.
Flawless.
But you play it. But wait, Tony, you play a double pivot though. Would you play a double pivot? Would you? No. I'm asking you a question now. You're the Arsenal manager. No.
You're the Arsenal manager. It for him.
I'm not deflecting. I'm asking you a question. I'm not helping him to deflect it.
TJ,
I'm saying
it's a pick one or drop one. With Thomas Partey playing in a number 6, a fit Thomas Partey playing in a number 6 with all them qualities. It moves the ball quicker. It progresses the ball quicker. It's a more possessive central defensive midfielder. It could also take long-range shots. Not the same thing with Declan Rice. if you have Declan Rice in that number 6 position and Thomas Partey in that number 6 position, a fit Thomas Partey in quotes, who will you pick?
Just quickly to Longhaired Yeti in the chat, it's not about being a double. Arsenal fans in the chat, ask yourself this: it's not no double team thing. Every Arsenal fan I've spoken to, and please, I hope you've not gone anywhere, Yeti. I hope you've not gone anywhere. Would play Partey and Rice together. Like, that's just common sense.
Yeah, in a double pivot. Yeah, I want to see that.
The
last time we played that, we won a trophy.
So I don't understand why I'm getting Stewart for that answer. I don't understand why I'm getting Stewart for that answer.
Everybody would play that. That's like saying, oh, you have to pick between Gabriel and Saliba. No, pick one. One of them has to play. Yeah. Pick one. No, you play them both because they're your 2 best centre backs. What are we talking about here? That's like me asking you that, Tony, right now. I'll ask you that, Tony. Gabriel or Saliba, who you picking? Then you say I'm playing them both. And I say, no, that's not an answer. Of course you're playing them both because they're your 2 best centre backs. Same way, Thomas Partey and Declan Rice are your 2 best pivot players. That's so obvious. What are we talking about?
Then you should understand the context.
Guys.
To Yeti in the chat, I hope I'm presuming you're an Arsenal fan. Please let us know. Would you not play a pivot?
No, he's a Nottingham Forest fan. He's not an Arsenal fan.
He's all right.
Shout out to Yeti from my channel.
So Yeti, it's not no double team. It's not no double team thing. Pause. Who are you playing? What are we talking about here? I don't get why this is a thing. You're playing them together.
No, it's a thing. I'll answer
Tony's question.
I'll answer Tony's question in the context that he wants to ask. Even if he's not the poorest.
Tony, I'm trying to answer your question in the way that you want to answer. You won't stop talking though.
And I asked you a simple question in which you're just
He's going to answer. He's going to answer. He's going to answer, Tony.
Who will
Tony,
you pick?
He's going to answer.
Tony, would you?
Tony, he's going to answer. Go on.
Okay.
Tony, if it depends on what we're talking about here. So if you're talking about the attacking Arsenal that we played with last season, then yeah, I'm going to start Thomas Partey because he's very, very good at advancing the ball, pinging balls over the top. But if you're talking about Arsenal this season, I'm starting Declan Rice because we are playing a more defensive posture this season. Everybody can see, and this is why I complain about Mikel Arteta all the time, is everybody can see that we are playing possession-based defensive football that is not incisive enough in the final third. So if we are going to play,
markers there. TJ, wait. You put 2 markers there, yeah? But that marker is what I want to ask you. How many games have Thomas Partey played this season for you to make that judgment? Because you just said last season and this season. How many games has Thomas Partey played this season for us to have an accurate understanding of what he can do and what he can do with a possession-based kind of pattern Mikel Arteta is playing this season? So what informs that? What makes Declan Rice more better than Thomas Partey? He hasn't played a competitive Premiership game this season, innit?
I know. So how can I say confidently that he's going to be better than Declan Rice? How can I say that when I haven't seen him?
That's what I'm saying. He hasn't played, so you can't say that. So you can't say.
No, I can't. No, I can say that because my CDM that I'm favoring, my CDM that I'm favoring has been consistently available. He started every Premier League game for us this season. While Thomas Partey, while I rate him, has been sitting bench and has been nursing injuries. I'm really not trying to. And by the way, chat. Me and Tony are boys. This is not a bad.
No. Me and TJ is my brother, man.
We're bros.
Talking.
So all the people that think that me and Flawless are ganging up on him and stuff. Yeah, like go get your cuddly blanket and relax. Like that's not.
But Flawless is hitting me hard. But TJ is
pause, man. Pause. Hey, pause that.
He wants to see a goddamn war.
Pause, yo.
Shout out to Jazz here, Arsenal history and more. Big ups to you. Jazz understands
too, and me and Jazz don't agree on everything either. I'm just saying, I'm answering it in the context of the question.
It's just that the question, but the question.
You have to help the team. And I'm sorry you didn't play quite well today. I'm sorry. Yeah. We have to call. See, TJ. We have to call out these players.
I agree.
We don't have to just leave them, alone to run away.
Our best
there should be
today,
some form of accountability. Our football club doesn't have any responsibility, any accountability. We have to hold these players, the manager and the board, accountable. We have to hold them accountable. So I don't care if Declan Rice is a £105 million signing. If he doesn't give us gameplay that's worth £105 million, we should be holding him accountable. I'm sorry. I'm not saying he's a worse player, but I'm saying you should be giving us more. Is it a crime to ask for more? And it's even a bigger indictment because we bought him for £105 million. We should be demanding more from that player. TJ, I don't understand when you're saying that we can demand more from Declan Rice. In fact, that statement is very shocking to me. He should be doing more. I'm sorry. It's a £105 million signing. He should be doing more. He should be getting in, progressing the ball quicker, getting in, opening spaces for more attacking resources to get into space and get a crack on the goals. TJ, I'm sorry, man. I have to go Auri on you with this one, man. We demand more from this player. I'm sorry. It's a £105 million signing. It should be, getting more.
You're at Tony, respectfully, you're asking our best midfielder to give more when you should be asking every other midfielder to be giving more. Declan Rice is the least of
that's
our
what I've been doing. I want all
bro.
of them to give more, but Declan Rice should give more. I'm sorry. I just think I don't think we're going to agree on this because I don't think we're going to agree on this because 30 million, £65 million signing. I demand more
CB,
from a midfielder with for £105 million.
To CB in the chat, we're going to get to Odegaard and everyone else. Relax, man. Relax. We're going to get to it. Here, the thing is, I see what you're saying about I just don't think that Rice has more in his locker. I don't think he can. What you're asking from him, I genuinely don't think he can do to that level. I don't think he's ever been these things.
But we've seen him do it for West Ham. Why did we spend 105 million pounds on him? I've seen him score goals for them. I've seen him progress the ball more quicker. This is double standards, man. It's double standards.
It's not.
I've seen him. They literally won the Conference League last season, and it was with Declan Rice's help. Why are we having a different standard for him on a West Ham shirt and having a different standard of what he can achieve in an Arsenal shirt?
So you said all right. So you said he scored goals for what? How many goals did he score in the Premier League last season?
No. Don't hold me accountable for the goals we're talking about.
You said he scored goals.
I'll hold you accountable for what you just asked him to do.
No. I said he scored goals. I'm not saying he should be a consistent goal scorer for Arsenal. I get it; it's not his job.
Okay,
but TJ, if you
how many goal involvements did he have for West Ham last season?
To score goals or improve his gameplay or get us, into
you said a lot because you said goals. You said goals. You want to see more from him and progressing the ball. It's not me not holding.
When has it been a crime to demand a £105 million signing to score goals for?
Okay, here we go. Here we go. I respond to that. I respond to that.
Steven Gerrard from the middle of the park.
I respond to that, Tony.
What is this double standard?
It's not double standards. I respond to that, Tony. Tony, I respond to that. Tony, I will respond to that. You just said he's £105 million worth of player, and it's right to demand goals for him. Newsflash: I don't think he's worth £105 million. You lot overpaid for him. He's not worth £100 million.
We had to overpay for him to get him. By the way,
and he's not an £100 million player. This is the point I'm making. He is not. So when you say double standards, it's not double standards. What I'm saying is, I don't think Declan Rice can perform to a better standard. You're mentioning goals. He's never been a goal scorer in his career. So why he was going to go to Arsenal and magically transform, I have no idea. He's on course, actually. How many goals?
Because as a player, you're meant to get better.
Yes, you get better.
As a player, you're meant to get
better. You're supposed to get better.
You're meant to grow in your position.
How old is he?
You need to be better. You can grow, and with what he showed us at West Ham, we should think that by this time he should be able to at least improve his gameplay, get into scoring more, more goals. I'm not saying it's his own problem.
I hear you.
I'm not saying that this is entirely his problem. We have to hold the manager accountable. But I'm saying that I demand more from £105 million. I'm sorry, man.
You do.
I'll like to leave the case.
You're talking about him.
He's not the worst player for Arsenal. He's actually a great player, but
I'll go one further with you, Tony. I don't think he has much room to improve. I don't think his ceiling is that high. I don't think he's a £105 million player. I stand by this again. Thanks for letting me know Rice is 24. I don't think that he is that good. I think he's a good player right now. I think he has the level to be a very good player. Do I believe he's top class, world class, elite? No. I don't think he has the ability. So when you're talking about him getting to those levels, you're asking him, in my opinion, you may think differently. And I'm going to ask you that in a second. I don't think he can reach those levels. You're talking about him scoring goals. He's never been a goal scorer in his professional career. You're talking about him progressing the ball. He's never, ever, ever been an elite ball progressor. I think he's overrated. I don't think he's ever had an exceptional season in the Premier League, to be honest.
I don't think he's overrated. I don't think he's overrated because
By
you guys
Tony?
are talking about him. No. Here's the thing. And big up Jez in the chat. You know I love you, man. But this is an argument that I was making. This is not me and Flawless agreeing. I disagree with Flawless. I think Declan Rice's ceiling is very, very high in the position that he plays.
Fez.
He has plenty to grow. He can be that solid 6 where nothing gets through the midfield. He has proven that he can be that guy. He has proven he can be that guy. But I am not going to say Declan Rice is anything other than what he has shown he is, which is a defensive midfielder. Period. That is my argument. That is the beginning and the end of my argument. And respect to Jez and respect to Yeti. But we're going to disagree on this. I think Declan Rice, and hopefully this brings this to an end because I think we're going to keep going in circles. I think Declan Rice is the least of our problems in this Arsenal squad. I really do. Like if we're talking about,
I've not said it's the problem either. I'm just only saying
Tony,
that he has been at the back end of
Tony,
poor
don't put words in my
performances,
mouth.
and he should
said
step
you
up.
did.
Move with the
Tony, I never said you
step
did.
up.
But all I'm saying is let's go ahead.
Improve your game. Show us that you're a £105 million
Tony, you never said you
That's
did.
all I've said. I've not said
Yeah,
anything.
no, that's
out of
fine.
the top. I've not said anything that
that's
should
fine.
indict this player.
No.
I've just
Tony,
said we need to see him play. We need to see him cook.
That's absolutely fine.
Yeah,
but what you just said there, and I'll repeat this again.
Player.
No, and I'll repeat this again. You're talking about him improvement. I'm saying I don't think there's much room to improve. Let's say he's the aim is to get to 10. I think like to be
then,
at
then,
10.
then what you're saying, that's £105 million
£105
on the drain. No, if we
I
should
agree.
go by that logic,
I
then
think that
it's £105 million
no,
down
Tony,
the drain.
Tony, I
It's
think
down
that
the drain.
Tony, what did I just say about him? I think you lot overpaid for him. I don't think he's a £100 million player.
TJ, then let's agree. It's down the drain. It's down the drain.
I don't think it's down the drain at all.
Down the drain. If we follow what Flawless is saying, then we shouldn't demand anything from this player. He wouldn't improve.
It's
He
not
wouldn't
what
score
any
more
of us are
goals.
saying.
He wouldn't progress the ball more quicker. Because the problem with Arsenal right now, TJ, you would agree with me. We are not progressing the ball quicker. Did you see? Okay, we got 2 wins at the bounce.
We're spending a majority of the game in the final third. How can we progress the ball
quicker? We are even more slower. We're slower than last season. Last season we were at least mixing it up. We were at least passing the ball around. But at least there was this mix. But right now it's sideways, backwards. TJ, it's not looking good, man.
Let me get
Bro,
to the super chat, Tony. Let me get to the super chat just quickly, and then I got one question for you.
And we should start calling these things out, man. We shouldn't be having preferential treatment for some players and give some other players some stick. I've given Martin Odegaard, if you do watch me, I've given Martin Odegaard a lot of stick this season. But sometimes it's good to call a spade a spade and call other people out, who's not playing quite well and who are not giving much to what we believe that they could get to. I see Declan Rice as a guy that could really get to a certain point. It's in there. It's in there.
Tony, can I say one more thing? Can I say one more thing, and then I'm going to shut up?
Go on.
We had 74% of ball possession today in the final third. Nottingham Forest didn't get a sniff. How is that an indication of us not progressing the ball? Our issue is in the final third. It has nothing to do with Declan Rice.
Don't get that twisted. Don't get that twisted. That was Santos' way of trying to stifle Arsenal attack. Don't get ahead of yourself with that. It was purely the manager's tactics. See, because no one respects our attack. These guys don't respect our attack. They know we have no point, man.
Rice got
So
you
it's
could
easy to
argue
actually
that
stifle
they do if
Arsenal's
they're
attack,
playing a low block
sit
against
back
us.
and catch us on the counter attack, because we will
Rice
make
got started
mistakes.
scoring, man.
And it was clear to see.
Yep.
If we left Awoniyi for more 10 minutes, we would have actually drawn that game. To be very sincere with you, we would have actually drawn that game. It's easy when you're playing with Arsenal. It's easy. It's easy. His plan was to stifle Arsenal's attack. We have no point, man. It's easy. Stifle our attack, catch Arsenal on the break. It was a clear plan. So let's don't act as if the ball possession was something to actually herald.
No, you're not listening to what I'm saying, though.
You missed your
when
point.
you're not stuffing
You missed your point.
team. When you're not
All right,
stuffing.
anyways,
a
yo,
team
let me
that
get to the
have
super
less
chat.
than
Let me get to the
30% of
super
ball
chat.
possession.
Tony.
with
Let me get to the
5-0.
super chat. Tony, let me get to the super chat, my friend. Thank you. Ahmed Ali, big up for the super chat. Says, I agree with Flawless. Rice is good, but isn't prime Xavi like Arsenal fans are making him out to be. This is his level, 18 goals in almost 300 games. In regards to it, like I said, because I get what Tony's saying with the Declan Rice thing and the price tag. But that's where we are different, because I don't look at price tags. I look at level of player. And I said this when he was at West Ham. He was linked to Arsenal. Before he went there, he was linked to Chelsea. He was linked to Manchester City. He was linked to Manchester United. Do I think he's a good player? Again, yes, I repeat that. Is he a very good player? Also, yes. But what I don't think there's much more to add to his game. TJ thinks differently. Clearly, Tony thinks differently as well. But we will find out. But in regards to him progressing the ball, that's never been a part of his game. I think he is very good. I think he's a very good ball carrier. I think he can do that. That's one thing that surprised me. I think his dribbling ability is very good. That surprised me. But other than that, I don't think he's technically exceptional with the ball at his feet. But big up for the super chat, Ahmed, man. Much appreciated. And if you lot want to make sure,
big up for the super chat. Thank you very much. God bless you.
And I just want to clarify this to Arsenal out of history. TJ, why are you backing the Manchester? Are we 5? You know what I'm saying? Like, what are we doing? Are we kids? You know what I'm saying? So is TJ supposed to just disagree with everything I say because he's Arsenal and Manchester United, even if he genuinely disagrees with Tony? Like, is this where we're at? How about just giving your opinion and we keep it stepping? TJ thinks differently to me about Declan Rice's overall ceiling. Right, what we talking about? Let me ask you that, Tony. What do you think his ceiling is? How good do you think Declan Rice could be?
Oh, it could go all the way. Apart from his
so
£105 million pounder, I think this guy can. If he's playing, flawless.
Push the price tag to a side. I just want to know.
According to how I feel, flawless. Bar the manager, because I think the manager is also holding him back. Let's don't remove Mikel Arteta out of this equation. Mikel Arteta is the chief, is the fraud in chief causing these problems. Let's don't extricate him from this. He is the problem. He's the problem.
Tony, again, I just want to know what you think Declan Rice ceiling is. That's it.
How good? Again,
I'll break it down even further. I'll break it down even further.
It's a tricky question. It's not just something you have to answer just like that, because it ties back to the manager. It ties back to how he's using it.
It don't tie back because we're talking about Declan Rice. No, it don't tie.
There could still be a difference. If we see Thomas Partey playing a double pivot with Declan Rice, I think he can go all the way.
So you think he will have
I think he will have the poetic license to actually roam about.
Do you think he could be world class?
What are you saying? He has the potential to be.
I'm asking. That's what I'm demanding. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I'm asking you.
He can score at least 10 goals in a season.
So,
come on, man.
You think? Again,
a player as crappy as Xhaka scored nearly 11 goals last season. And you're telling me Declan Rice?
I hear all this, but we're moving it. Like, all I'm asking for is it's nothing to do. A player's talent level, where you rate a player in terms of talent, has nothing to do with the club he's at and what a player. Let me make sure I say this correctly. A player's ceiling. Your opinion on a player's ceiling is nothing to do with the manager and where they're at. That's just straight ability. Same way we could all look at Ivan Toney. Even though he plays at Brentford,
straight. It also depends on how the manager uses the player. You need to know the strength.
I'm not talking about.
You need to know the strength of your player. You need to know the strength. And Mikel Arteta doesn't know the strength of Declan Rice.
In the question, Tony. In the question, of course, because we're all fairly intelligent here. None of us are stupid here. Of course, if a player is performing, if we think a player can get to a world-class ceiling or how to get to a world-class level, of course the manager is playing to his strengths. I didn't think I would have to explain this. So let me elaborate and explain on the question further. Do you think Declan Rice playing in his best position with a great manager and great teammates around him, doing the role you think he's best at, could he reach a world-class level in your opinion? Yes or no?
Yes.
Okay.
Simple answer.
That's
yes.
That's all.
Jez, it's not my show. It's Flawless Show.
That's all.
Jez, it's not my show. It's Flawless Show.
Up to the other Jez,
I can't bring anyone
Jez.
on. It's only
yes,
Flawless
just to clarify, that's why I mean by that. Because if I asked you the same question and said, do you think El Neni, with a great manager and a great team and a great system and great players around him, can reach a world-class level? What are you going to tell me? No. Of course, man. I didn't think I'd have to break this down. Like when I say that. So ceiling, so you think he can become a world-class player. TJ thinks he can become a world-class player. I'm the only one that doesn't think he can. But hey, we move. But hey, run up the likes. The people in the chat, I run fan calling shows every Monday. So if you want to call in, feel free. Run fan calling shows on Sarcasm City TV YouTube. I see a lot of you lot are on Tony's channel. Big up. Make sure you go subscribe if you haven't as well. 4:30 p.m. UK time Monday.
Thanks for holding me
Just
down,
keep a lookout. Sometimes it moves, but yes. So for anyone, fan calling shows open for anybody to call in. I'm not just sending the link out, my guy. And Tashiku says, love the debates on the show so far. So switching lanes from Declan Rice. Odegaard. You know what I'm saying in that? We'll go to you, TJ. Thoughts, Odegaard, because people have mentioned him in the chat.
I kind of hinted at this in my opening monologue. I think that he's not Arsenal captain material, because not only should you be holding your team accountable for when they screw up, because and I do see Odegaard do that, but it's not nearly enough. You need to be leading by example, and a lot of the top gooners told me that Odegaard leads by example. He's the silent leader. The problem is that he's not setting the example. He's not creative enough. He's not generating enough. In my opinion, he was our worst midfielder today. And I have to say it again. He's our worst midfielder again. And you know, big up Lee Gunner every single time he calls him, you know, lower table guard or Everton guard, or, you know, all these guys, relegation guard. That's what he calls them. And the problem is that he's now showing that he is not performing against these lower level teams. You know, I'll big up Odegaard when he puts in a performance, but lately he really hasn't been putting in the performances. And, you know, it's really, really hard to justify him as captain when he's neither leading by example nor holding people accountable. So until this guy develops any sort of consistency, you know, and here's the funny part. I'm going to get into this a little bit. Here's the funny part is people are crapping all over Kai Havertz, and he deserves it. But I'm not hearing near enough criticism about the Norwegian captain. I'm not hearing near enough. Because he is supposed to be the spine. He's supposed to be the spark. And he was last season. He was. And again, I blame Arteta for a lot of this because of the posture that we're playing. But he needs to find that through ball. He needs to find that guy that'll get us into the box and score a goal. And so far, and I think me and Tony are going to agree on this, and so far he just hasn't found it this season. His output has been absolutely dreadful. And then we're expecting this guy to be our captain that leads us into the future. There's a reason Real Madrid didn't want him, people. There's a reason. There's a reason Real Sociedad didn't want to sign him. There's a reason for all of this. And it's because, and we're seeing it. And, you know, I know he has a great smile. He has a great hair flick, you know. He sings North London is forever, and he does all the things that an Arsenal captain should do from a PR standpoint. But the output isn't there. The football isn't there. The throughput is not there. So, unfortunately, he's our captain. He's never going to get dropped. But I think serious questions need to start being asked. And if this form continues through the end of the season and we fall out of the top 4, or we don't stay tight to the title race, serious questions and difficult conversations need to start being had. That's my thought on Odegaard. What do you got, Tony?
Yeah,
Hey, before you
TJ, I
carry
have to
on,
agree with you.
hey, you lot. But wait, Tony, 1 second. Hey, you lot. You know what I'm saying? Because we're linked up to Tony's channel. Please be respectful to me. Don't make me start blocking people. You know what I'm saying? And that, like, just be real. I ain't disrespecting none of you lot in the chat. So relax. All right. You know what I'm saying? Relax. So like, less of that. Don't make me have to unlink it from Tony's channel because I don't want to do that. You know what I'm saying? Me, Tony, and TJ are all having a debate, and it's respectful. I'm saying, don't come on my channel talking about, oh, this guy didn't send it. I don't have to send a link to anybody, just to clarify. It's my channel. I keep the lights on. I don't have to do anything. You know what I'm saying? Don't come over here with no entitlement. I beg. Thank you. Sorry, go on. Sorry, Tony.
Yeah, big up to everyone. Please, if you're from my channel, please keep it respectful. This is Flawless channel. Of course, I'm a co-host here, but it's not in my position to actually give anything or bring anyone on. So I'm sorry about that. So I'm just kind of like multicasting.
And just to clarify, you says they having you on the panel for some reason, because this is a closed show. I run the fan calling show, like I said, every Monday, 4:30 p.m. UK time, which is open for anybody to call in from anywhere, no matter who you support. So if you want to call in, then feel free, just to clarify. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Guys, please, let's be very respectful.
Nobody's disrespecting anybody, by the way. Me and Tony get in. When me and Tony are on the streets, you guys obviously didn't watch along. We literally got in fights on the watch alongs. Come on, guys.
Sorry, I'm not having that. Sorry, go on, Tony. My bad. Go on. I just have to clarify that.
You've unlinked it from my channel. But
yeah. No my problem. Bad. Had to, man. But sorry, that's not at you. That's at people. I'm not having people in the chat talk rubbish to me. You know what I'm saying? So for those that don't know, in the chat, it was linked to Tony's channel, so you lot won't see it. So it was live on my channel, on his, and on Tony's channel as well. So I can see the comments on both channels and that. But sorry, Tony, I'm just not. That's not on you, by the way. That's not a shot at you. I'm just not having that. You know what I'm saying? Sorry. I'm not going carry on.
Yeah. I get that. Yeah. Martin Odegaard. Let's get back to the topic at hand. Yeah. See, Martin Odegaard. What more? I have to agree with TJ. Yeah. See, he looks drab. He's a proponent of passing the ball sideways, backwards, left, right, and center. See, it's not looking good. You know, this is meant to be a guy, he scored 15 goals last season. Guys, let's not forget about this. He scored 15 goals last season. Put up about, I think, it had 10 assists last season. He's literally an amazing player last season. This season, the form has dropped. He's not getting joys no more. The trickery and the confidence he had has deflated. He's not looking good. He's not getting into space. He doesn't have that keen eye to just lay that pass, that killer pass. I'm not seeing that killer instinct from this player again. It's due to the manager's tactics. He's now playing a possession-based football. And again, possession is not really Odegaard's strong point, actually. His strong point is actually laying passes, creating chances, and allowing other attacking resources get into space to have a fair shout, in the 18-yard box. But again, we also have to criticize his decision-making tactics in front of goal. This guy has missed lots of shots that he would have just taken and given us getting us, at least got us ahead in the game. He just fluffs his lines. His shots are not effective. He can't even take shots when we do need him to take those shots. He has to, when he's in the 18-yard box, he has to dress the ball like 5-6 times and want to pass to 1-2 players and get a 1-2 in the 18-yard box. What are you doing? Get the shot out of your leg. That's what you to do. And he's not doing it. It's not good enough, man. And again, to come to think about it, he's our captain. He's a captain of this amazing football club. He's our leader. is our leader. Literally is our leader. And that's the thanks we get. It's not looking good. And that's why I was a proponent of bringing in Zubremende from Martin Zubremende from Real Sociedad, because I really thought that this guy would come in and create that little bit of spark, that little bit of magic. Yeah, he could be a little bit more defensively inclined, but again, he's that guy that can create spaces. He's that guy that can literally, cut into defenses, and he's a very, very big professional when it comes to breaking down teams that keep an extreme low block. He's your go-to guy, Zubramendi. So why are we talking of Zubramendi for the summer? We need him right now. He can do a job in the attacking midfield position right now, and as we speak. And you know what? Yeah, the transfer window isn't over. One more day, go get him, or at least get someone who, Douglas Luiz or something, someone who could create chances. Mind you, Douglas Luiz is a winger, but he could also play in that, just behind the striker, or just there and about where Odegaard plays. Post big money, go get in Douglas Luiz. These guys can put in a shift. It's not working, man. And again, TJ, you also have to know it's not just Odegaard. Yeah, I see you doing the hair shuffle.
100%.
That's the same thing he does. But you know what? Yeah, it does it with lots of snot. And then that's the same thing we're doing.
No. I'm working on Tony. I'm working on the hair flick, bro.
Yeah, exactly. It's not good enough. It's not.
My hair isn't long enough.
I need my captain to be scoring goals, and then my captain to be taking shots when he is there and about in the 18-yard box. I don't expect him to be moving the ball and trying to pass to 2-3 more players to be able to get a decent crack. You know what? Yeah, TJ. Yeah, Turner was that poor today. Yeah, Turner was that poor.
He was awful.
I really thought that if we did get in like decent shots, and Odegaard was at the back end of that. He had lots of chances to take decent shot, a decent crack at the Nottingham Forest goalkeeper. He was a big mistake waiting to happen. We never saw all those clinical
Flawless,
shots.
remember,
even from our captain, it's not desirable. I don't like it. No.
Flawless, remember last week. Yep. Remember last week when I said, what's his name? Freaking Chris Richards put in the worst foreign policy since the Bush administration. No, now it's Turner. He's awful. Like, he is the worst.
He's bad. He's so bad. Every time I've watched him this season, he seems to have made a mistake.
No. And they kept talking about it on the broadcast today. And I don't pay enough attention to Nottingham Forest. Maybe I should. But they kept saying on the broadcast that they're gonna buy a replacement.
Yeah, they were saying that on the broadcast. Yeah, I was watching that. Yeah, he's definitely. I could see Nuno shaking his head.
Bro, it stinks. It stinks because I want to see my international players do well in Europe, because I want to see that flag do well, but not covering ourselves in glory right now. Honestly, not really doing it
for real. Hey, you lot continue to run up the likes. Still over 70 people in here. Right, 54 likes. Girls up to 60 likes, people. Girls up to 60 likes. Make sure you hit the subscribe button on the channel. It's road to 10K. We're at 9,499, but one short of 9,500 people. So hit the subscribe button. Also, as well, make sure you subscribe to TJ's channel and Tony's channel. The links are in the title. So you click the links, it opens up new tabs, and you can subscribe to their channels as well. TJ's channel's underneath in the description. It's also on the feature channel page. Tony's obviously the newest recruit to the channel, so I need to follow suit and do that for him as well in regards to adding his channel underneath in the title. Not just on on live streams there, on every live stream. All the links for all of the people you see on the channel are underneath and on the feature channel page as well. So make sure you support, man. You know what I'm saying? You got to support all the players in the league to make the league stronger, people. So make sure you do that as well. Final few questions before we close out as well, people. In regards to Manchester United. Hey, Ryan G, big up to you. I see you in the cut as well. That's why I put it in the title, because I seen it when I was looking. I was like, all right, what am I going to add the United part of this show? And it was from Sky Sports. It was a Sky Sports. I'll get to a prediction for that game as well, Ryan G. But yeah, for Sky Sports, and he was saying how Ineos want a new coach at Manchester United and Rashford could clash with him. Yeah, it's not, like I said about the Omar Barada appointment. It sounds great. New culture at Manchester, it sounds fantastic. Implement it. That's where I'm at with it. I keep saying this, and this is going to be in regards to anything with the ownership, in regards to Manchester United. Actions. show, man. Show us. Show the fans. Show myself. Like, all right, cool. Like Omar Barada was a statement of intent. I like that. Now go and get a COO of it. Like, go and get a technical director. Go get a director of football. Like, the best in class as well. That's where I'm at with it. Move on this manager immediately. You know what I'm saying? As soon as possible. Go get a new manager. Let's see players start to be shipped on, because they actually mentioned Arsenal in the article and stated how they'll be like Arsenal, who were no longer willing to hold on to assets. They were willing to let them go on a free, like Aubameyang, for example. That type of thing. So yeah, like that's what it is. Just quickly in regards to Manchester United, I believe it when I see it. And yes, Alan, man, keep asking about Luton Town, you absolute jokers. Yes, Luton won 4-0. For those that don't get that, go to the Q&A, where that's why TJ's laughing, because he was in the chat. For those that don't get this joke, because it's kind of an inside joke on Sarcasm City. So I just clarify. Go to the Q&A, because Luton Town's name is actually in the title. I can't remember what it was, but what the first part is, but the second part is Luton Town debate. Because basically, we had Strasbourg Steve, he's another regular on here, and he said months ago on a members Q&A on Twitch, I think TJ was on that one as well.
Yeah, I was on that. I cannot believe he's going to do it.
He was like, Luton Town are going to stay in the Premier League. We said, all right, it's a little wild, but fairs. Then he was like, Luton are going to win 10 games. And he was like, whoa, slow down. so then we went through the 10 games, and then fast forward to this weekend just gone. And he's like, yeah, Luton are going to stay in the Premier League. They play good football. It's a tough place to go. Kind of hear you. They're going to win 10 games. So then we went.
You made him list out.
And then we went through the list. And then he had them winning 6 out of their 8 home games. Now they're 5 out of their 7 because they won today. So as soon as they scored, he was talking shit in the group chat. Eli messaged me. I was getting ads on Twitter about this. So now Luton Town is going to be an ongoing thing. Like, we are going to be watching their games. Even if they stay up, I stand by it. Luton Town are not winning 10 matches in the Premier League this season. I think they're on 5 now. That was their fifth win.
I would just love to see him stay up. What a story!
If they do, them staying in the Premier League, I can kind of hear that. 10, no. There'll be the teams who finish above them, I don't think will get 10 wins. Like, what are we talking about? And like Eddie pointed out, they're now going to go 6 and 8 at home, but they were 2 and 10 before. Right.
But again, they're not a disaster class. Yeah, that team have legit guys who can literally fight. Like, you see, the thing there, is I want to just see, team players that are willing to fight. I want to see the energy. I want to see the fight. That's what Luton Town can give to you. They will give you a proper fight. It's just like boxers, that sometimes they don't want, rag dolls that they would just, come in, and they want proper fighters who would give them a fight, who toss around and give them punches.
Let me ask you, Tony, do you think
Town will give you a big run
Tony,
for your
money?
Let
me ask you something though. Do you think they win 10 Premier League games this season? In total. They were at 5 now.
I'm thinking of 8. I'm thinking of 8,
See?
8, 7, 8, 7. Yeah. But again, don't take anything from that team. They just came in. They just came in, and
that's what sparked the debate. Was that he stated they're going to win 10 matches.
That's what sparked the debate. That's the difference too. Because I was what I was doing at the beginning. You know what I was doing at the beginning of the season? I was bigging up freaking company, thinking that they were going to finish top 10, like maybe like 10th place. And that was probably the worst take I've ever had ever. But it's showing that Luton Town have built themselves to at least be in the league. Like Burnley didn't really bring in any Premier League players. They really did. They had a style of football that will dominate the championship. And then when they go down, they're going to be like an elevator team. They're going to be the next Norwich City because they have the team that is designed to dominate the championship, but cannot compete in the Premier League. Whereas Luton went out, got a couple of pieces. I mean, they're making freaking Sambi Lokonga look good. Sambi Lokonga picked up an assist today, bro. And that he is one of the worst midfielders I've ever seen play for Arsenal. But he looked great today against Brighton, who I've been told is the best recruiting team ever. De Zerbi is in line for the Man United gig. Congratulations, Flawless. That's your manager, bro. Hold that.
Can't wait.
No, I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. But yeah, no, man. I'm just saying, Luton Town, they're not going to win 10, but I think they're going to stay up.
Yeah, like I said, I could see like them staying in the Premier League, even though I think they'll get relegated. I can hear that. It's just the 10 wins that took me out. Them going 6 and 8 at home is what's wild to me. All right, now they're 5 and 7. Now they need 5 out of their 7. But hey, we move. And obviously, Liverpool travel to Arsenal. Switching back to the show. Liverpool travel to the Emirates Sunday. Tony and TJ, what's your best 11 against Liverpool and your score prediction from Warrior J? But go to you, Tony. What 11 would you play if you was the manager?
See, apart from the usual suspect who we know that this manager is going to take, there's one big exception. Emmy Smith Rowe is that big exception. And you know what? Yeah, I think Emmy Smith Rowe gave a good account of himself just yesterday. I really do think so. He gave a big account of himself. At least he tried. He tried to. Guys, don't forget, this is the City ground. That's a very hard place for us to conjure up 1-2 passes or conjure up a win. It's a very, vociferous place for us to go get a win. To see Emmy Smith Rowe just, make those runs, try to create 1 or 2 chances, that effort alone, I want him to start that game. I want him to be in our first 11 against Liverpool. It might not be fashionable, it might be the fashionable thing to put Kai Havertz there, but I fancy Emmy Smith. I just wanted to get that out there first because that's the main one. Of course, Raya to start up, and of course, he's more consistent, at least better than what we have as a replacement who can't concentrate in a game for 90 minutes. I think I'll place my bet on Raya. So Raya should start up that game, plus more match fitness. I still want Saliba down there. It's easy for us to say, okay, his form has dipped. Who do you have to come and replace Saliba? No one. Absolutely no.
It's okay to say his form is dipped, but he's not going to get dropped.
I'm not taking a shot, but I would take that guy. I will take that guy that they said his form has dipped at centre back. I will take him as our first centre back in that matchup. I will take Gabriel. He might be more effective and more useful when it comes to those dip dashing headers. He could use it to get us a goal on the day against Liverpool. It is always an aerial threat when it comes to corner kicks and set pieces. So that one, it's a given. We have to put Magalhaes down there. Left back position. No other choice than to put Zinchenko down there. Tomiyasu isn't back, so of course Ben White plays right back for us. Then this is the big one. Now is the time I want to see that double pivot with Declan Rice, Thomas Partey, and Odegaard as a cherry on the top. In that game, I will cut off right now. I will cut off Martinelli to start from the bench. Now we can use any of the two, either Emmy Smith Rowe in that position or Trossard in that position. See, guys, I know it's not the most fashionable thing to do. I know it's easy to say Martinelli to start that game, but I'm sorry, man, he's not giving us that output. I need a more dangerous player, in that left-hand side. I am looking at either Emmy Smith Rowe or Trossard. Trossard will give us more bite down that left-hand side. But again, with what I saw with Emmy Smith Rowe, let's give him a shout. Let's give him a shot. Gabriel Jesus, he scored today, an assist. You have to pay him back, right? So he'll start up top for us. And then on the right, even if I'm a proponent of us starting Bukayo Saka from the bench in one of these matches, but this is a big game. So you have to put your most dangerous players down there, right? So I will start a Bukayo Saka in that matchup. So that's just how it's going to look.
And your score prediction?
It's going to be tough.
Man side, all I asked was just
No,
confidence.
Flawless, man. You're doing me dirty, man. Oh, God, man.
How did I do?
See,
Dirty
guys, you
by
have to
asking the
admit,
question, yo?
Flawless has done me dirty.
How?
He's rinsed me, man. Yeah, bruv, he's done me dirty, man. Bruv, I'm in the doctors down here, man. Dirty. He's rinsed me inside out.
How have I done
You
you dirty by
tried,
asking
Tony.
the question? Look at it. It's the question. I didn't ask the question. Warrior J did. You know what I'm saying? Like, what we doing here?
Like, yeah, so he asked your score position. You side like he asked you if it was the meaning of life or some. What's the meaning of life?
I see what you all are doing, man. Shoe programs for you, man.
No, I agree, bro. No, I
Shoe
agree. It's gonna be long
programs
for us,
you.
Tony. It's gonna be long for us, bro.
See?
Shoe programs for you, bro. Shoe programs for you.
He asked the
see,
question.
I'm not gonna go all training day, with you guys, but see, at the end of the day, I think you know what? Yeah, you wouldn't see a Liverpool fan come here and say Arsenal's gonna beat us. So for once, let me grow that chest and just say Arsenal with a narrow 2-1 win. We're at home. We did it at home against them. Yeah. So and that's because you won't see a Liverpool fan that will come here and discredit his team and say his team is not going to win. They have lots of chest. So let me have this big chest for once at home. And again, they lost at home to us last season when they played us at home. So it's not something out of the ordinary when I say we could actually nick that game with maybe a 2-1 win. I want it to be a 2-1 win. My head says it's going to be a draw. We went to Anfield, got a draw, but I'll just say a humble and a narrow 2-1 win. That's what I'm saying.
Same question to you, TJ. Your preferred lineup and prediction as well.
My guy David Raya and net. Let's go. Left back, unfortunately, Zinchenko because we have nobody else. Starsky and Hutch in the middle. If you know. Ben White. If Party is available, double pivot all day long, double pivot. And then you got Rice in the 10 not Rice in the 10. You got Party and Rice in a double 6 pivot. You got Odegaard in the 10 because we have nobody better. And that's not a compliment. Martinelli needs to be dropped. Trossard on the wing. Yeah, so obviously you guys know I'm going for a 4-2-3-1 here. Saka on the right, Jesus up top. Let's go. And if there's a different and if we want to make a little bit of a change here, I wouldn't mind. Maybe this isn't the game to do it, but I wouldn't mind seeing Martinelli in the 9, just to see if we can get somebody in that CDM position pinging balls over the middle. Like it was really promising what we saw in the last few minutes of Crystal Palace. Like it showed that we are capable of that, but the competition that we were playing is not the levels that we are playing against Liverpool. So yeah, it's defensive, but we are playing one of the most attack-minded players or attack-minded teams in the Premier League. So yeah, 4-2-3-1. That's my lineup. Come on, you Gunners, please. And then my score prediction. Hold on 1 second.
3-0 Arsenal. Let's go.
No.
3-0 Arsenal.
I'm going. Here's where I'm going. Ready? I'm going with 1-0 to the Arsenal. Let's go.
There we go. So we got two Arsenal.
Come on, shut these pretenders down. Let's ruin this Cinderella story. Clap out. See you later. Won't miss you. Bye-bye.
Hey, there we go, people. Love that. Ryan. Yeah. Hey, Ryan, hold that. And in regards to Warrior J, you asked me that someone, it might have been you, someone asked me the same question in regards to United. I know Ryan G asked me about the Wolves game. Not looking forward to it. What team would I play? He's not going to play this team, but I would go Bayern there and goal. Same back four. But I think we have to play the same back four. Like, yeah. Midfield, I'm going Casemiro, Maino, Eriksen. I'm dropping Bruno. I'm tired. Our attack don't score. We've now scored less goals than Luton. Literally. Right-hand side, I'm going Diallo.
Yeah.
Our options are so limited, man. Suppose I have to go Hoyland up top because he's the only striker we've got. And then from the left, Rashford shouldn't be playing. So unfortunately, it has to be Garnacho. Yeah. Not looking forward to that. And that's the team I want to see him. He ain't going to play that. But that's the team I would go with.
You don't need to worry. You got Bruno, bro. You're good.
Yeah, we got an elite chance creator, man. Even though our attack,
the pillar.
The pillar. He is, man. The pillar of playmaking, man. The execution, the excellence of execution, man. Is outrageous. Even though our strikers never scored from an assist. But hey, we move from his own player. Never. All the goals Hoyland scored for us, even though he ain't a lot. But hey, that brother's starving. And scoreline prediction, Ryan G, because you asked me, 1-1. I ain't looking forward to the game. There will be a watch along here on the channel for it, unfortunately, people. But here we are. Go on, Tony. You gonna say something?
Flawless. I hear you when you say put Fernandes to the bench, yeah. But again, what mystifies me right now with what you just said is, who do you bring in?
Eriksen.
Shocking statement, man. Who do you bring in? You've not tapped into the transfer window to bring in a like-for-like replacement for Fernando Fernandes. Who is the best guy that will be?
We have a 10 who's better at the club. Eriksen's a better 10. Eriksen, he's a better 10. Better 10.
How many goals has he scored this season? How many chances has he created this season? Fernandes has a better goal ratio than him. He progresses the ball more faster than Eriksen. I'm sorry, man. The numbers he's done this season is more better than Eriksen. I don't know.
How many? So at this one thing I 110% disagree with is progressing the ball. Eriksen can play in a pivot, Bruno Fernandes can't, so that tells you all you need to know. In regards to him creating more and scoring more and getting more assists, because he plays much more than Eriksen. That's why. Of course he is. Like, Bruno don't miss no games. Like, I'm going to check Eriksen's numbers right now, 1 second. And I'm not saying Eriksen's the answer, but is he a better 10 than Bruno? Yes, 110% he is. So Eriksen's played, hold up, 1 sec.
Yeah.
So Eriksen's played 15 Premier League matches. Bruno has played, 1 second. And that's not even stats. So I don't know how many stats he's got. And Bruno has played 20 Premier League matches. And that's 20 stats. So he's played 5 more matches than him. So of course, he's going to have created more. And bear in mind, his return ain't even that good. You know how many goals Bruno's got for us in the Premier League? 3. How many goals Eriksen's got? 1. So there isn't much of a difference. In assists, I don't know because I ain't got the assist numbers. But the point I'm making is I'm playing Eriksen. Because I'm not saying it's the answer, but I know what doesn't work. Bruno in the 10. Can guarantee you that because we watched it be terrible all season long. And Donacy, you ain't big up to you, Donacy. You're in the chat. You ain't done nothing. Yeah, go on, Tony.
But again, Bruno has gotten 3 goals this season for you in a Manchester United shirt. He's gotten 3 assists. I know these numbers are not, I know it's not big. I know it's not inflated. I know it's not pretty. But again, it seems to be the best bet for you in the middle of the park because you don't have any player who's better than him. Personally, I'm saying it's just my own idea. I'm not a Manchester United fan, but if I was a Manchester United fan, I will make do with him. I'm sorry. Last season, he scored 8 goals, 8 assists. He's still your most dangerous player in the middle of the park. If you want to actually compare him and contrast him with every other resources you have in the middle of the park, is that sure guy that will create chances? Is that sure guy that would try to open up defenses better than Eriksen? Yeah, I hear you when you say that Eriksen is a more better progressor of the ball. I hear you, but he's not consistent with with that. Of course, you said it yourself, he's only played 15 games this season. He hasn't been used. Match fitness is still there. Mind you, injury problems too has also crept into his game and made him not to be put that kind of output, but again, Bruno is your best bet. He needs to start that match. He's your surest guy to actually open up any defense any day, anytime. He's one of those guys, he's not your go-to guy, but he's that kind of guy that you could actually still trust right now to actually open up defense.
You just said it there. You just said it there. He's not
now what you have. Now what you have.
No. You just said there he's not a go-to guy.
Yeah.
He's not a go-to guy. But he's
compared to what you have. I fettered it to with what you have.
Yeah, he's not. But you just said he's not a go-to guy, and he's
with what you
captain.
have.
Yeah, and he's not a Manchester. And he's not a Manchester United captain. That tells you all you need to know about the levels. Where's all these goals and created chances? Why have we scored so little? Like, he's just not good. That's why. But hey,
I get you. But again, last season, it was your best creator last season. He created 8 chances for you.
He was our only creator. No.
Sorry,
he wasn't. No, he wasn't. No, he wasn't.
And he actually is your best creator in that team.
He wasn't. Eriksen was our best creator.
So why would you want to bench your best creator?
Eriksen was the best because he doesn't
even have half.
He wasn't the best creator. He wasn't the best creator in our team last season. Eriksen was. So that dispels that nonsense. Eriksen was the best creator.
We have to check the numbers for that one. We have to check the
numbers.
No.
Assist. No. Hold up.
No, but he had far more better assists.
Let me land. Assists and being creative. You can be creative without getting assists. Stop it. If you're, of course you are. How many assists did Pirlo get in his career? And he's one of the most creative players we've ever seen. What are we talking about here? Come on, man. Let's be sensible. How many assists did Xavi get in his career? So let's not tie the two in. Bruno's got more assists probably than those two combined. Is he a more creative player than those two? No. Nowhere near in the ballpark. So let's be sensible.
No.
So let's not do that.
Let's not do that. I think again, Flawless. I think you're magically putting Eriksen and pitching his record to what Bruno can give to you. He's your best asset in the middle of the park. He's what you got right now.
Just because you say it, Tony, does not make it a fact. He's not our best midfielder. He's not even top 3, in my opinion. So what are we talking about? Stop stating stuff like it's facts.
No. I'm saying it because who are you gonna put there?
Again, I've answered your question.
I will give you elite. That will give you elite goal creation, creativity in the middle.
I don't need. He's not one. He's not one. He's not elite. He's not elite at that. Like, let's just kill.
I've not said he's elite. I'm saying someone that will give you elite.
There's no one. I'm looking for the best out of the bunch. I'm just looking for the best out of the bunch of what we have, and in my opinion, the best we have is Eriksen. You said last season Bruno was our most creative player.
I said no, he wasn't. Right now, I think Bruno Fernandes,
so this is where we disagree.
Even if he has shortcomings, is still your best.
Cool. That's where we disagree. That's where we disagree. I'm saying, but I was just clarifying to the point is that I'm not using assist to talk about creativity because Bruno has more assists than Kevin De Bruyne. Is he more creative than Kevin De Bruyne?
I'm sorry, I'm a numbers guy. You have to post certain amount of stats before I can.
All right, so this is his numbers
to go with. Eriksen doesn't give me those numbers in the middle of the park. This is his numbers. So I can as well take.
Okay, this is all right. This is him and Eriksen. You said wait. You said you're a numbers guy. They have the same amount of assists in the league this season. You went silent. Now what? What we saying? You're a numbers guy. They have the same amount of assists in the league this season, and one's played 5 games less. You're a numbers guy.
No, man. I'm just saying, man. You won't be saying this with chest tomorrow when you lose a game. When you start Eriksen, you won't say this with chest again.
Eriksen's not starting. Eriksen won't start.
It's good. We have all these things to clip you up with.
No. We just call you out. No. We just call you out, and you don't like it. You're a numbers guy. You're a numbers guy. No. You're a numbers guy until the numbers don't suit you.
I want to clip you.
The numbers don't suit you now. The numbers don't suit you now, innit? Notice that, people. He was a numbers guy until the numbers don't suit him no more. Now I don't want to talk numbers no more. Call out again. You know what I'm saying, man? Don't miss, man. You know what I'm saying? Now he's not a numbers guy, but when he thought the numbers was in Bruno's favor. See these G&A people. Because if I sat here and said Bruno's better than Kevin De Bruyne, man ain't hearing it. But Bruno has more assists. So do you think Bruno's more creative than KDB, Tony?
No. Come on, man.
But I thought you were a numbers guy. I thought you were a numbers guy. He has more. I thought you were a numbers guy.
No. We're pitching Fernandes to Eriksen. Don't deflate on what we're talking about.
We're pitching.
And I was saying, guys in the chat, don't be fooled by
KDB.
this.
We're pitching Fernandes to KDB. You said you're a numbers guy.
Talking about KDB.
You said you're a numbers guy.
Talking about KDB.
You said you're a numbers guy. No, I put him into the equation. You're a numbers guy.
What United have, Bruno is your best bet down there.
To
Last
your
season, he
opinion.
assisted 8. He got 8 goals last season. He is your
Okay.
best bet. Is that guy that
Because you
could
equated to it
actually
until it don't
turn
suit
up?
you no more.
I'm sorry,
Yeah,
Ericsson can't
until-
turn up for you guys. I'm sorry, man.
Okay, Bruno don't turn up for us guys. So what you saying? I'm sorry. Just because you say I'm sorry, don't make it correct. Like I said, you're a numbers guy, so the numbers don't suit your argument, and now you want to switch it up. Because it was, Bruno gets more numbers. Now they got the same amount of assists this season, and one's played 5 games less, and one has much less stats. But I know all them stats for Ericsson. I know they're not.
No, I was talking. I was coming from last season.
I'm talking about this season. I'm not talking about last season. I'm talking about
Okay,
this
I was
season.
coming from last season. He had 8 goals, 8 assists. This season, 3.
But that dispels the myth.
Again, who has
the
been
8
your
goals and
highest
8
goal scorer this season? And how many goals have your highest goal scorer scored? Højlund, who's your striker, only has about 4 goals this season.
Yeah, it's
and
not. It's
part of them were in the Champions League. How many goals?
Are you
does he
talking
have
about
in the
all
league
competitions? Wait. Are you
Not
talking
more
about all
than 2,
competitions
3.
or Premier League? Are you talking about all Are you talking about all competitions?
How many goals does Højlund have in the league this season?
I don't know. You have Google.
It's not more than 3. He hasn't scored more than 3 goals.
I know.
In the
What's
league
your
this
point?
season.
What's your point?
So now if this midfielder that you're looking down on has scored 3 goals this season, again you have to look at it holistically. Your whole team.
Okay,
is
I get it.
poor.
You know who's our highest goal scorer?
You know who's our highest
goal scorer?
All
right. So McTominay should play.
And Højlund is scoring at least 3 goals this season.
Should play them. Tony, you ain't gonna overtalk me. So McTominay should play them by that logic. Because McTominay has more goals than Bruno, so McTominay should play, right?
McManus, get him in.
So McTominay should play, right? No, don't start now, Tony. You got plenty to say when I'm talking. So McTominay should play, right? Yes or no? Answer the question.
I don't know why you're attacking me, man. Just because I have an opinion about Bruno Fernandes.
It's not about that. It's not about the opinion. You just don't listen. It's not about your opinion. I've explained it multiple times. I've explained it once, actually. I'll tell a lie. I've explained
You have an opinion about Eriksen. I respect that. I've not argued about that. I'm just saying that if it's me, if I was an Arsenal fan, I will put Bruno Fernandes out there because he's just the guy to create that magic.
As an Arsenal fan, of course
what you have right now. I don't think Eriksen is that go-to guy. I don't think so.
You would. As an Arsenal fan, of course you would. But like I said, you like numbers.
Adam was pulling up Højlund's goal haul in the Premiership this season.
Yeah, I don't know what that has to do with anything. I don't know what that has to do with.
No, it has a lot. Because see, I told you that Bruno Fernandes scored 3 goals this season for you already, and it doesn't seem to click with you. You don't see it as anything. But your main striker that you brought in for about £80 million, from Atalanta has only scored 2 Premiership goals for you. So Fernandes actually has more goal haul this season in the Premiership than your main striker that you brought in for about £85 million.
Yeah,
what we're talking about. It's the best. It's the best around the bunch that you have.
What's that got to do with anything?
God, man, you're not listening.
What's that? I am listening. I asked you a question. Answer the question.
If you did listen to what I said, then you would get to where I'm.
Nah, because it was great. It was grade A waffle.
I'm not saying it's the best. Guys, get me correctly. I'm not saying it's the best. I'm just saying it's the best out of the bunch that you have right now. Like, come on, man.
In your opinion, you thought he was the best last season. And
in my opinion, yeah. And I respect your opinion. You know, I'm an opinion guy. I respect your opinion too.
Yeah, you try. Like I say, when you're a numbers guy, so the numbers don't suit your argument, as we found out. But we move. Yeah, because it was Bruno until we found out Eriksen's got the same amount of assists. And then it was, I don't do numbers no more. Then it wants to flip. I don't know why you're talking about Højlund. What Højlund has to do with this debate, I have no idea. I said this to you last week, and I say it again. None of our attack is good enough. I'd get rid of them all. So you saying, he's the best out of it. Don't give me the best out of the bad bunch. I want rid of them all. He is not good enough, alongside the rest of them not being good enough. So you sat here defending and talking about
that's good enough.
You know what I'm saying?
I've not said it's good enough. I only told you that. The reason why I said that was because you said you were going to start Eriksen over Bruno Fernandes. And I'm saying it's a more better goal threat, is a more bigger threat in the middle of the park than an Eriksen. That's all I've said. I've not praised him. I've not said anything.
Based off of what? Based off of what? What are we basing that off?
I think he can score. I think he's a more bigger threat in terms of scoring goals. I think he's a more bigger threat in terms of creating
their goals
chances.
To minutes ratio. So the goals to minutes ratio suits Eriksen. So what are we talking about?
He has more. I think he has more goals than Eriksen
You're not
this
listening.
season.
You're
How
not
many
listening
goals
right
has
now.
Eriksen
You're not
scored?
listening. You're not listening right now. That's not what I said.
Okay.
I said his
Okay,
goals
what
to
did you say?
minute ratio. I said, see, you're not even listening, but you're there, you're ready to respond.
No,
And you
I
have to
had
say
goals.
that to
I
me?
had goals.
No, exactly,
I'm
because
not,
you didn't listen.
bro. I'm not
You didn't
struggling with
listen.
you.
You didn't
Calm
listen.
down,
That's why.
man. I'm
I'm
not
calm. You
struggling with
didn't
you.
listen. No,
I only
I'm
asked
calm.
you how many
I'm
goals
calm.
has
You said
Eriksen
goals.
scored.
I didn't say goals. Again, you're not even listening
Okay.
right now.
Yeah, I get
Okay,
that.
so you're not listening,
Yeah,
but you
man.
was ready to respond to me having not listened. That's the point I'm making. You didn't hear what I said, but
I
you was
heard
notice
both.
this, people.
I didn't.
Oh, you heard wrong. So rather than say, yo, flawless, I didn't catch that, you was ready to respond and argue with me with something, even though you didn't hear my statement. Just to clarify, people, this is how you
That's
catch
because I
people
thought
out.
you said goals.
Man was
That's because I
ready.
thought
Yeah,
you said
because you
goals.
thought rather than clarify. How many times have I said to you this show, hey, Tony, say that again. I didn't catch that. Or what do you mean by that? But he was ready to argue with me, but didn't hear what I said. He was ready to argue goals. I didn't mention no goals. You know what I'm saying? I didn't mention goals. Now you've been caught out again. Same way you're a numbers guy till the numbers don't suit. You ready to respond to something I did not say. That's the craziest shit. That's the craziest thing, people. The people in the chat, legit, he was ready to argue me down about some shit that he didn't even know that I said.
I'm not arguing with
Crazy.
you, man.
I
haven't
ready.
even argued.
I said, no. Again, you're not listening
obvious,
now.
man.
I never said you argued. I said you was ready to. Again, pay attention. I'm very specific with words. You was ready to argue with me with something, talking about Eriksen and Bruno's goals. Nobody
How did you
mentioned
know?
goals.
I didn't argue with you.
Because you was ready, because you
was
in the process of responding until I cut you off and said I didn't say that. I'm very smart.
See, we have another process guy down here, man. He believes in the process.
What process? What process? Whose process?
No problem, man. You just said process, man. Another process guy in the, in the panel.
No, I said you again. He's not listening again. But hey,
that was a joke.
Hey,
bro, calm down. Calm down, man.
I'm calm.
That was a joke.
I'm calm.
Oh my God, this is meant to be sarcasm, man. Come on, bro.
It was just a terrible joke, though. Make better jokes.
Okay, but it's still a joke, man. You didn't catch it. You didn't catch it, but no problem.
All right, cool. You know what I'm saying? Same way you didn't catch so much in it. Yeah, but here we are.
And
What's the question, Sheik? Sheik, what's the question? What's the question? Because we going around the houses and back about stuff. You know what I'm saying? What's the question, people? Let me know. What do you want to see? A man telling me about
big ups Alan in the chat, man. Big ups to you, man. Big ups to Sheik TV, man. Legend in the house. Big ups to you.
Sheik, drop the question, fam. I didn't star it, my bad. You know what I'm saying? I'm not riled at all, Les. You know what I'm saying? I'm just annoyed by what's it called? Like, if you don't put words in my mouth. That's what it is. Don't be ready to argue me down about something I didn't say. Man was ready to argue about, he's got more goals than him. Nah. Would you start Bruno over Odegaard because of his chances created?
That was the question. Yep.
The question for you.
Oh boy. Tony?
To you, Tony.
Oh, me?
Yes, you.
So TJ is not going to answer any questions.
He's asking you, Tony. Why would I respond? He's asking you, dude.
He asked you.
TJ, answer, man.
He asked you. He wanted you.
No, he didn't ask you. He said,
I'll answer. I'll take Odegaard all day.
Go on.
Yeah, he didn't say Tony.
He asked you.
I'll take Odegaard all day.
He said Odegaard. What you saying?
For me, Odegaard is the same this season.
Look. Just to clarify, yes, the question is for you, as we knew. Just to clarify.
Yeah. So should we agree now that we didn't know who he was asking that question?
I knew because
he just clarified it. No. How would you know?
Relevant.
Because he asked it. Because he asked it before.
You didn't ask the question.
Because he asked. Okay, I'll explain. If you be quiet, I'll let you know.
It. So
if you be quiet, no, it's not.
Good.
If you be quiet, I'll let you know. No. No, you know how I know that? You know how I know this? Because he asked it before. That's why.
He never agrees. I take responsibility. Guys, I'm shameless. I take responsibility.
He asked it
yours
before.
too. Take responsibility for that. But again,
answer the question.
Personally, I still think
answer the question.
Is shit this season. I think his form is shit. Any would do.
Who's
Bruno,
form shit?
Odegaard, two of them. They're the same for me this season.
Shit. Yeah.
One of them are shit. I'll take anyone.
The Sheik, thank you for clarifying as well that he did answer this before. So when he's like, how did you know? Because he asked it before. So that's how I knew. But you trying to get out of it. So which one you taking anyway?
See, man, anyone. Because both of them, they're not on form. They don't look good. So I'll take anyone. For me, it doesn't matter right now. None of them is actually producing at their best right now, and so I'll take anyone.
All right. Who do you think's the better player? Both on form.
That's a dicey one, man.
Yeah, I know. I asked a good question.
I played the fifth.
Oh, you sat on the fence? Really?
I'm sitting on the fence on this one. That's because
No,
I'm a fair guy.
Tony,
See,
Tony,
it's easy
no,
to
don't,
just say,
don't sit on the
Odegaard
fence
and let this
now.
go.
Come on, after all
it's
that,
easy.
you're going to sit on the fence?
You know what, yeah? It's easy to say
Give the
Odegaard
people what they
and go.
want.
I'm a fair guy. I don't operate like that. I'm a very fair guy. I don't operate like that. I still think both of them, their form is shit. I still think that if Bruno Fernandes have, more chance to explore with more better resources around him, I believe he's that kind of guy that will express himself. I just really think that this whole Manchester United thing is not really working.
Big up Jacob as well. And he just said that's how you know he's waffling, because he's saying this whole Manchester United fans thing is not working out for Bruno, but then wants to bring up Bruno's assists and goals and everything he's done at the club. But all right, cool. Yeah, we know it's a cop out, man. We know, Sunshine. But yeah, you lot run up the likes, hit the subscribe button. He's been caught out multiple times. Hey, big up Jacob as well in the cut. Big up Jacob in the chat.
Big up
man.
Jacob.
I'm just being fair, man. I'm just being fair. It's easy for me to say Odegaard and nothing will happen. No one will shake the table, but I'm a fair guy because both of them, their format, are at the same level right now. So what's the need of picking one?
What was the question I asked? Tony, what was the question I asked? Tony, what was the question I asked?
Then the second question that's the question that
so
you
what was the
asked
second
me.
question I asked? Yeah, what was the question I asked? What was the question I asked? I don't know why you're talking about form when I legit said both of them at the top of their game on form. Who do you think?
Yeah, that's the second question you asked. And I'm still sitting on the fence on that one.
Why do you think they're both at the same level?
That's because I'm not so sure about Odegaard.
It's not about being so sure. Do you think they're the same level?
Odegaard needs to show me more. I think Odegaard needs to show me more.
Do you think they're the same level?
No.
So you think one's better than the other then? So who's done a higher level? What?
Internationally, yeah.
Bruno Fernandes, Tony, you just gonna go around the houses and back, man. All right, cool.
No. Bruno Fernandes internationally.
Big up Beijing Reds, man. No one's talking about that, man.
Again, I need to see more from this.
Hey, Beijing Reds, big up, man. Much appreciated, man. You lot, let me know who's live to raid. If not, I'm just gonna send you lot to the United Chelsea Spurs show tomorrow. So let me know.
Let's go.
And big up to Beijing Reds as well in the cut. Make sure you lot subscribe to Beijing Reds TV. The real ones because they're Beijing, not real ones because they support Liverpool. But here we are. Yeah, man. Hella political answers, man. But yo, Tony, my guy, innit? So we move and that. You know what I'm saying? I don't get yeah, sure. Hey, man. Nah. You said he's an elite chance creator. He has the same assists as Odegaard.
I'm tired.
So my Tony wanted to go here for some reason. I don't know why.
United.
So Prime says translation. I think Bruno is better than Odegaard, but I have no stats to back up my opinion, so I'm just gonna waffle my way out of this. Because he's a numbers guy. He's stat man now. You know what I'm saying? We're to stat man Baines though, but he's a stats guy. So that's what we going on. Hey, big up to him. Big up to you. Good to see you in the chat. It's been a minute. Says my first question, flawless in the channel. Can you give us the United team you'd like to see going forward? Mine is Bayern Deer, Dalot, Varane, Leach, Shaw, Casemiro, Ericsson, Ahmad, Martial, Nacho.
Ooh, that's rough.
You know what? It's so bad, but him, I can't even argue with it. The only thing I would change on a game-by-game basis is Dalot for Wan-Bissaka, depending on who we're playing. Malacia for sure when he's back. That's pretty much it. I can't. Maybe Diallo on the left, try Højlund out wide and Martial up top, but I'm not going to argue you down, him. Because, yeah, they all suck. Word to my guy Tony is the best out of a bad bunch. And that's just legit what it is. So, yeah, I'm not going to argue down this team. A couple of changes I'd make, but I'm not. If you was like, right, I wouldn't make those changes. I'm not arguing for any of our players to start. I'm really, really not. You know what I'm saying? Prime, you being at Egypt. But he says, question for Tony, who's better, Bruno or Gallagher? Keep in mind, Gallagher has more assists this season than Bruno, since you're a stats guy. So is Gallagher more creative than Bruno, yeah? Because he's got more assists, more goals.
But again, you have to put into consideration the form of Manchester United as a whole, too. You know,
and Chelsea's form's been fantastic, right? And Chelsea's form's been fantastic.
Chelsea has 31 points. United has 32 points.
No. But
I'm not trying to argue against you, Tony, man. But they're the same. Two cheeks of the same ass, as my guy would say.
That's what I'm saying. See, but again,
one's in ninth and one's in 10th.
I will take.
Long may it continue.
No, that's just my preference, man. I understand where you're coming from, but that's my preference. I still think that guy has something in him. I'm sorry.
Wait. What's your preference? Hold up. Tony. What's your preference? You mean Bruno? That's your preference. I'm asking. I don't know.
Yeah. I prefer him. I like him as a player. I just think if he has,
we got there. Tony, if you would have said this 10 minutes ago, Tony, if you would have said this 15 minutes ago, it would have been fine.
Lots of players around him that can actually help the team more, I think he'll produce more. I just feel like
you hit the nail on the head.
Kind of guy
you said
I'm producing every other person is producing around him.
That's fine. Hey, Tony, if you would have just said that, cool. That he's just your preference. It's when you try to come up with the numbers thing.
Oh my God. Oh Jesus Christ. Okay, no problem, man.
That's all it is. That's why, because according to you and your metrics with numbers, Gallagher's more creative than Bruno. And even me, who don't rate Bruno, wouldn't say that. That's me saying that. No way is Gallagher a more creative player than Bruno. But he has more goals and more assists. So by your logic, he is. Hey, man, they're going to call you numbers guy. But anyway, we're going to close out. Love to everyone that's locked in. Big up to everyone tuned in. Don't forget, this show, all the other shows on the channel are available on audio-only platforms, people. Spotify, iTunes, SoundCloud, wherever you listen to music, wherever you listen to podcasts, type in Sarcasm City TV as well. Big up. Big up to you, Tony. Yeah. You know what? Yes, we bottled it. To Arsenal, the history and more, we bottled talking to you on a live stream. Bottled it. Shaking in my boots. Tony, let them know where they can find you, what you got coming up, all that good stuff.
Flawless. I would just say this that Arsenal history and more. He's a great guy. He could be passionate about his opinions, but again, it's his opinion. So of course, maybe people should be a little bit more respectful. But I'm sorry, the Arsenal history and more has the right to ask, because I was actually streaming this on my own channel. So he thought that it was on my channel that the show was going on. He has the right to ask to come in.
Ask.
And
I have no issue. I have zero issue with the asking.
He should have his own say. He should have his own opinion.
Yeah. Again, Tony, I have no issue with the asking. It was the entitlement after that. It's the comment there. Oh, you man bottled it. Why? That's entitlement. Why should I have to send you the link? Where's that come from?
No, I'm not saying you should have sent. I'm just saying
no.
I'm not saying
I'm saying it was the entitlement after that is the point I'm making. I have no issue with people.
I hear you.
They don't know how to shoot. Bear in mind, did I not open up the conversation? Respond and say I run a fan calling show that's open for everybody to call in. I run a fan calling show every Monday. Talk your ish. It's on the channel, people. Open for. I put the link out in the chat. That's how some of the people who are on the channel got on here. I will talk to anyone about football. That's how
I got on here, to be fair.
Sure.
Multiple people like who are hosts here. Like that's all I'm saying. Like, you can ask, cool. It's just the entitlement afterwards that I have a problem. Oh, you man could have got me on a balled it. Just calling the fan calling show on Monday then. When I talk to you then. But hey, we move. Yeah, go on, Tony. Let them know where they can find you. What you got coming up.
See, Sunshine FC, you've been on me. What have I done? Why do you hate me so much? I've just said my mind. You prefer me to say
I don't think anybody hates you, Tony. I don't think anybody hates you. It's all jokes, bro. It's a debate show.
Come on, Sunshine, be fair to me.
We're gonna disagree.
You've been hitting me so hard. What have I done? What have
I
I
think it's just
done?
I think it's just
Come on, you
confused.
have to be fair to me because I'm
Yeah.
a fair guy, and now I'm in trouble. Sunshine, it's not fair. You've been hitting me so hard, and I feel it's very, very unfair. You know, sometimes you have to be fair to people, and I don't think you're fair. I literally follow you on Instagram, you know,
Yeah,
because
she a
I
real
felt
one.
you're a fair person, but with this attitude, you're not showing that you're fair to me. You know, you've been
I didn't
slagging
know.
me,
I didn't know
cussing
what
me
this
out,
was
and
for a
you know,
second, yo. I didn't know what this is.
I don't
They
get it. I
waffles
don't
out
get
of
it. I don't get it.
Bro,
But love
Safi
to
sends me
you.
that all
Love
the
to
time.
you,
I knew
Sunshine
exactly what it
FC.
was.
Love to you. I send love to you. No problems. You know, I'm shameless, so you know I don't really take this thing seriously. But you know, you're really hitting me hard, and it's not fair.
Nah, man,
But
she likes you too,
shout
man.
out to you. Shout out to
Hey,
everyone who came to
don't
the
do my
show.
G. Don't do my G Sunshine like that. She a real one, man. She follows you too. Look,
No.
this
She
guy's
a
gonna
real.
play
I
victim.
literally follow her because
Oh, good,
I
good.
feel she's a real one, but she's been really hard on me. Like I don't know for what reason.
Nah, you deserve it,
Just
man.
because I
You
said
out
that
here.
Bruno
Nah, you-
Fernandes was the best out of the bunch you have. That's a fact. That's true. It's not a lie. So I don't know why I'm being
Tony,
slaughtered
let them know where they can
for
find
just
you
being
and what you
truthful,
got coming up,
for
Tony.
not choosing Odegaard, who was
Tony,
actually an
let
Arsenal
them know
player.
where they can
Like I
find
don't
you
know.
and what you've
Not
got
fair.
coming up, my friend. Where can they find
Mm-hmm.
you and what have you got coming up?
Yeah, guys, still, those of you in the charts, yeah, big ups to you. You guys are the realest ones. You guys make this show something special. I should say to you guys, thank you very, very much for showing up. Me and TJ, apart from what's going on down here, me and TJ are very good. You know, as a friend of mine, we do shows together. So, utmost respect for TJ, you know, so that's not a
Respect,
problem.
absolutely,
Me and
bro.
Flawless. Yeah, Flawless. Yeah, he's my guy. He's my
Of
guy.
course, man.
You know, so guys, don't worry about what he's doing to me. Putting the old salt, man, the old salt, like Salt Bay. No problems, man. See
Hey,
ya,
I don't do
guys.
no.
Yeah,
Hey,
catch
yo,
me on
I don't do no
24.
salt bait shit. Hey, yo, I don't do no salt bait shit. Hey, yo, no salt bait shit. Hey, yo.
Guys, yeah. See ya, guys. Guys, shout out to Chic TV. Shout out to Sunshine FC. Shout out to Warrior, big guy. Eli the Warrior. Big ups to you. You guys are the realest ones. See ya. CMO too, Connor. That's another
Oh,
big
big up
wig
Connor,
down there.
man.
Shout out to
Real
you,
one,
man.
man. Big up Connor.
See it, guys. Yeah, thanks for coming to watch today. Please come join me on Tony Cloud Gunner TV. I run a channel on steroids. What I mean by channel on steroids is that it could be anything. Anything could come out. You know, anything could come out. Shout out to the Arsenal history and more. I respect you. I respect your take, and I respect everything about you, Jez. Big ups to you. See you guys. Yeah, subscribe to this channel if you're from my channel because I work with Sarcasm
Only
TV.
if you're gonna be
So if you're
respectful.
from my channel,
Only because you're
please
Tony's
subscribe.
guy. I'm letting that last comment slide. But go on. One more and I'm gonna block you. Go on. Carry on.
See, Flawless, we have to talk at the end of the show. And you need to understand that any publicity is good
Nah, I don't
publicity.
take no.
This is
You
for
can
your
keep that.
channel.
You
So
can
it
keep that.
doesn't
I'm
matter.
good.
But again, we'll talk about this later on.
Yeah.
But guys, yeah, if you're from my channel, please respectfully subscribe to Sarcasm TV. You know, I really respect him. I have a good working relationship with Flawless, and he has given me the opportunity to be on his channel, and I respect him, and he's my guy all day.
Of course.
Follow me on my
Same.
channel,
Likewise.
subscribe to my channel if you've not subscribed, and just come and see the kind of guy that I am, you know. Come and see the reality I spit at times on my channel. And shout out to TJ. Big up to you, man. Big ups to you. Massive. Big ups, everyone.
Sorry, I see that last comment from Sunshine taking the piss. You sound like Jez Sunshine. You know what I'm saying? And that. Hey, click the X button, my guy. You can bounce then. Bye. Go away, man. You're not wanted here. Go away. Yeah, go on, TJ. Get to it.
So unfortunately, I'm going to be doing a Liverpool watch along on. It could be long for me. I'm not going to lie. On Sunday, starting at 4:15. I don't know whether or not Mike Doss is going to come, the halftime show over on Hugh Som's channel. But if he comes, I might have the longest Sunday of my entire existence. So come over to my channel and watch the Liverpool Arsenal watch along, and we'll have a match reaction as well. Obviously, American Idiots, 9 p.m. UK time on Friday. Guests to be announced. I have one I have one in the chamber, and I'm not sure if it's going to work out, but if it does, it might be again long for me. So we'll figure it out. But if you haven't subscribed to Teacher Warren TV already, please do. Really, really appreciate it. Road to 1K is on, people. So again, Flawless, I enjoy doing this show with you, Tony, every single week. Appreciate all you've done for my channel. Appreciate everybody in the chat. Big up. And do not forget those good vibes, people, because guess what? At the end of the day, I do this after work to relieve stress, believe it or not. So because watching my football club does not relieve stress, but talking about it afterwards definitely does. So big up, everybody. We'll see you soon.
There you go, man. Love and that month.
Flawless. Sorry,
go on.
Flawless.
Go on.
Flawless. I'm sorry. Sunshine FC. You are wrong. I never said that Bruno is better than KDB. Flawless, can you clarify this? That I never said that.
We know you didn't. Your logic said that.
Yeah,
you didn't say
okay,
that.
good. Because Sunshine FC is saying, sorry, everyone, Bruno is better than KDB. I finally actually saw the light, not see. Actually, that's wrong grammar. Flawless, I never said that. I only said that I do view Fernandez as the best of the bunch and better than Eriksen. That's all I've said. So Sunshine FC is lying on me in the charts, and which is not good enough. And that's what I said. You've not been fair to me.
It was by your logic because you meant it was by your logic because you mentioned numbers. That's why it was the numbers thing. Once you did this to yourself. You know what I'm saying? In that.
No, I didn't do anything. I still insist. I only said that Bruno was the best to have in your team.
See, look, man,
that's all
just piece it up. She said, just say I love you too to her and just call it quits. Look, just say I love you too.
Love you too, Sunshine.
There we go, man. Just end it. Thank you. There we go, man. And she even put love hearts. There you go, man. There we go. Let's end on a positive note. Big up to Eli. This is great debate show, gents. Always an adventure with you guys. Hey, big up, man. Months now, no clubs. You know what I'm saying? Because Grim ain't about, Eli ain't about. So we got no strikers, pretty much. You know what I'm saying? We got one. So yeah,
you don't want me up there. So yeah, let's
be all you. They don't want me or you playing up top. You know what I'm saying? It's a wrap. You know what I'm saying? If me and you are the options, it's a fucking wrap, TJ. You know what I'm saying? Let's just call it quits now.
Let's go. Bro, let's call spade a spade and take the night off.
Just take the night off. Like, that's me. Don't get mistaken. I want a shot. You, there's a shot at me as well. Like, yeah, we terrible. You know what I'm saying? Me and you are the options. Like, yo, it's a wrap. You better leave that to Will and Grim. You know, like, leave that to the actual ballers. Like, that's it. Like, put you in the pivot. Me and you in the pivot. Calm. You know what I'm saying? And
no, perfect. No, put
me and you in the pivot. Calm. Me and you up top. Nah.
Shout out to Chic TV. Always, man. That guy is a top tier, man. Big up to you, Chic TV, man. Always love. Big up.
Hey, Prime, you trying to start saying I'm trying to end on a positive note. But anyways, love to everyone that's locked in. We're back tomorrow. Well, today, technically now, people. First and foremost, the Chelsea Liverpool game. That watch along's going down on the Sarcasm City TV Twitch, people. Liverpool Chelsea. And then following that, 11:30 p.m. UK time, we'll be back here for the Manchester United Chelsea Spurs show. So recapping the Chelsea traveling to Anfield. Spurs play. I don't even know who they play, but Spurs are playing anyway. I believe it might be Brentford. Let me actually double check.
Yeah, they're playing Brentford tomorrow.
Yeah, Brentford at home. There we go. So they playing. So
Spurs, let's go.
So Spurs are playing Brentford. So we'll be recapping Spurs, Brentford, and recapping Chelsea traveling to Liverpool. And unfortunately, previewing Manchester United's trip to Wolves as well. So myself, Surfer, and Jez will be in the building for that. But just keep a lookout, man. Make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel. Go subscribe to the gaming. Subscribe to the gang as well, man, because they're my guys. So make sure you do so. This has been the Manchester United Arsenal show, Man United podcast. Gonna talk from the Arsenal podcast live on the Sarcasm City TV YouTube. Big up for tuning in.